Oops. Doesn't look like I fired it.
Did it again. I don't even remember the words. I know these words.
Testosterone high today. Testosterone, whatever the it is.
What it is gameday.dumbzone.com. Game Day Men's Health. They got 12 clinics here locally. For a couple more days, it is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. They will check your prostate cancer awareness levels via your blood. And they'll also tell you whether or not you have said cancer. Get a free B12 shot, but that's just not
Yeah,
all
they don't
they're
check
about
your
there.
awareness levels.
Yeah, they check the awareness levels.
Okay. I think we just want you to be aware so you can go in and get a free exam. Free.
Also get your
What if you could
checked?
just walk through a door and then all of a sudden they're like, you don't have cancer or you do have... Isn't that worth
Basically
it? Yeah.
What if you could get your T checked at the same time? You
What
can
if
make
you
some
can get a
plans
free
from there.
B12 shot if you get that free?
You really can have it all at Game Day Men's
But you got to
Health.
mention the Dumb Zone.
This month or any month, go get your T checked. And whether you're dealing with brain fog, you're a little tired on the weekend trying to fight through hanging out with the kids or a long game, why don't you check out gameday.dumbzone.com.
Yeah. Victory Monday.
Might as well be, brother.
Doesn't it feel good?
I'll take it. It's Victory Monday for the next 2.5 hours.
Like, does it, the tie?
What if your sister's hot?
I was going to say, what if it's,
What if she's got a smoking bod?
Does stepsister count?
What if she's stuck in the dryer?
That's a tab. The dryer, the oven. Where?
Bro, I don't know.
A fence. Where can we get you stuck? Changing the oil.
I love that.
Yeah, anyway. It is Cowboy Monday. This is your friends, The Dumb Zone. We're live to tape and live to YouTube in the Game Day Men's Health Studio, downtown Dallas, the Fox 4 building.
You don't know that they won't test your awareness.
I don't know that, but I don't think that's in the copy. I think you read it wrong.
I think sometimes I try to do a joke and it's just too funny. For your... No, I don't know.
I don't know. You're at a higher level. I'm definitely low-hanging fruit guy. I'll just take the easy stuff. But, ever since you've been going to Game Day Men's Health,
that's true.
It's like your brain is on this...
It's comedic replacement therapy.
What is the Zach Galifianakis meme?
Yeah, I'm in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like that.
Anyway, here in the Game Day Men's Health Studio, we have a sit-in. He is Brandon Harrison. He is here. It says next to your name, Brandon, in parentheses, Qualis Roofing.
Yeah, we got a new roof. We were moving, and I had a great experience. So, and they were nice enough to hook me up with this. So
you moved and then got a new roof on your new house or the old house?
The old house, to sell the old house.
I know, doesn't that suck?
Yeah, a little bit. That was
Although
be
probably
way
not
better.
with
Nothing
Qualis because they
yeah.
dealt with the insurance company and all that bullshit.
Yeah, it was a seamless process, start to finish. So yeah, great experience.
And then at the end,
I hate it. I keep running into seamful processes.
Oh man, so many
seam
seams
everywhere I look.
It does make me think of the four-seamer.
It is a better option than if he had purchased a new home and just as a matter of an oversight didn't realize it didn't come with a roof.
Oh my gosh, all my furniture's getting soaked.
We had checked all the other boxes. Call Qualis.
The air conditioning bill is out the. Really, we are air conditioning Texas. But you don't get to. I've done this before too. Moving. Like, we had to redo the kitchen. Like, I didn't get to enjoy this.
Yeah.
We had to build this. We had to put all this money in just so that we could sell this house because this idiot realtor told me I had to.
Yeah, at least like when your
Do your
wife
job.
gets implants and gets hot, she's already gone and she's not yours anymore, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't. Well, you might have paid for it. You might have paid for that next guy to enjoy your implants.
Dude, I had a buddy that happened too.
Really?
Yeah, and he was also pretty convinced the guy was spending his child support on a new jet ski.
But we give a little love to Qualis here. QualisGC.com. That's if you want to check out, if you need a new roof. They'll give you a free roof inspection, right? Is that what you did? Well, you didn't need to. You knew you needed a roof.
Well, it was pretty old, so it was pretty sure. We were pretty sure, but I got a T-shirt with the inspection. So,
and then at the end, they give you a choice. We'll pay for a sit-in for you, or you get a Traeger grill. We think that most people should choose the grill, but you've chose to be down here.
Yeah, I just wanted to meet my podcast heroes.
He's got a Masters shirt. You been to the Masters?
No, I haven't. My guy that works with my wife. My wife has done a lot better in life than I have. So she
retweet.
People that
Blow me up, dog.
Goes to the Masters.
My wife's at a golf tournament today.
So he was nice enough to mule me back a shirt.
Nice. How about that Ryder Cup?
Yeah, it was fiery.
Okay. Yeah. I heard there's controversy. Controversy as far as
I had a lot of fun following it all weekend.
If you get an injured player, then all of a sudden, like, that's not a demerit against you. You just kind of like tie it.
Yeah, it's a secret envelope.
Yeah, that is a gnarly rule. Like, before the tournament, you write down a name of a player that if this guy gets hurt, he's got to go. It's weird. But
never knew anything about that.
No, and that was like 10th on the level of controversy things. It was just a lot going on. Heather McMahon got kicked off the course. Noted comedian.
Heather McMahon?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Isn't that her name?
Yeah.
My wife's a huge fan, goes and sees her a bunch.
She was the
popular
MC,
podcast. Yeah, on the first tee. And I had heard that they had to remove an official for joining the fans and chanting F you Rory loudly because the fans were chanting it. And I could hear it on a bullhorn in the clip. And I'm like, this is insane. This is just some USGA lady out here screaming F you Rory. Huh. Come to find out, they had Heather McMahon on the mic to get things extra rowdy, which she did. Fun golf weekend,
So you're saying
buddy.
she's a real popular comedian, but I'm hearing of her now.
Yeah, I mean, I know your bit.
What?
I mean, the next funny woman you meet will be the first.
That's ridiculous.
But I'm not that far off from you.
No.
Heather McMahon's not bad.
I'm a fan. Loved the Ellen stand-up back in the day. Thought she was good.
Ellen's most recent one even was a banger.
Was it really?
Yeah. Even knowing that she's like a devil-worshipping baby adrenochrome eater, it was good.
Oh, does she do that?
I think so. But in any case, it was
that
fun
helps
golf
I'll do it too.
But
can you get that at Game Day Men's
Jerry
Health?
looked like he needed some.
Do they have
last night,
adrenochrome at Game Day Men's Health?
If they do, you'll get 10% off.
Okay.
Jerry looked like he needed it last night, man, because whether it was a old mark, a herp, or a drunk fall, he just looked.
Jerry's lip.
And then his hair's getting more disheveled.
Jerry looked like I felt late as the game got later and later, and we had Dan from Flooring Direct as part of the stream team gallery, and he remarks like early in the fourth quarter, "Man, this is a quick game." It was like
I didn't want to say anything.
It was like 9 o'clock
because he owns a business that advertises with us, but that was uncool. That's the Donovan rule.
Yeah,
Donovan would set the rule forever.
The whole thing.
Don't do it. And then Julie joined him, like, "Oh, this is moving quick," and then she just left.
Yeah, then Julie's like, "Okay, I'll leave. Let you guys stay."
But man, golf can wait, dude. What a weekend of ball.
What a overall weekend of ball. I do want to mention, like, Clayton kicking ass on that broadcast because Blake wasn't there, and TC is generally Blake's fill-in, and he wasn't there. So Clayton's like, "I got this." Or we actually talked to the very hot Michael Copeland. I was so excited that he was coming over. I got a haircut and I bought some chocolates and
told your wife not to ride the lawnmower that day.
Yeah, and then he had to bail as well. And so now it just up to Clayton, and we were thinking, what do we do to fill it? Clayton's like, "I got it."
Put the team on his back, though.
That's right. Clayton was our George Pickens, our GP. So, and he's informing me because now we're figuring out some stuff with if you get monetized or things that get you flagged. Apparently, we've cleaned up the flags. This is what Shoddy wants to do this week, right?
Right.
We've cleaned up some of the flags. Not as much laundry is on the field. And he said that's leading to record viewership. That we are, during the games, more people than ever are tuning in. So check us out when we do the stream teams. Let's throw the schedule in today's notes or something, like so people know when we're doing the stream teams. Do you have the schedule? Do you have access to it? I'll send it to you.
I think our next one is like October 19th. But yeah, brief look behind the curtain. The first week of the season this year, we doubled our previous high, which was awesome, but it was also the Eagles. It was a Thursday night. It was a long delay. And so there's this thing on YouTube, maybe you've heard, it's like monetization, right? Well, we don't really give a shit about making money on YouTube. It's worthless.
It's very small. You get 10,000 people, they might send you $50.
So our thing has been, well, if we don't care about making money on it, then we're not going to follow the rules. We're going to do the best show we want to do, and if that means playing copywritten audio, so be it. So be it. But the problem is when you do that, YouTube doesn't promote you because there's no money to be made on it. So now that we've cleaned up
So what is
flags,
it now if like somebody searches Cowboys,
it comes
they
up
might
a lot higher. I did it after he told me last night. Yeah. They're pumping you up much higher.
I want to be pumped up.
Game day men's health. But yeah, that is the upshot of that, and it worked. It was a good time. And there was a brief moment 5 minutes into the second quarter last night where I thought, well, this is the peak, and from here it's downhill viewership-wise, because that could have turned into like 41-17 in the snap of a finger.
I never had a doubt.
And then the vibes are very different today. And that's about all we have to go on right now is
you know what I wanted to do?
the McVibes. Have sex?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to have sex, Jake. All the time. But Blake isn't at these games. And I know he's not a team player. He's not a show supporter, so he didn't go back to watch any of the stream either.
Yeah, man. What a
Yeah, after watching the broadcast,
that would be a
audio,
big team player. Like I think you should watch the 4 hour.
I do. Yeah. Anytime you interview someone,
I watch the whole. I watch the whole beginning part of the stream as the countdown is on, just to watch everybody kind of walk in and walk around. And
Dan watches it downstairs.
Yeah,
He's just pumping himself up.
And when you're out later this week, you'll go back through our episodes and listen to.
Well, I'll watch it live.
Okay.
And then I'll go back like Beth. And I'll
mark
some stuff in the evening and cut it off just for myself to enjoy. But where was I going with it? Oh,
He wasn't.
you're not there, so I like to after the show. I'll just tune into a little of it real quick, just see how the open goes. Like, is that popping just for our ear? I think it is. It's not out on YouTube, but I love the open that you're putting together. And for those who don't tune in, I want you to go tune in and check out the open. But I kind of like, I'd like Blake to hear it right now. So this is promoting our...
Okay, you have it. I thought you were giving me a look.
No.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You know I got it. Oh, you know I got it, bro. Anyway, see what you think of the open.
New song and everything.
Yeah, new song.
Cowboys, Packers, Week 4. Tactical Shoddy better be ready.
Why?
Because Micah Parsons aims to butt the Cowboys like he did his teammates at Penn State. Remember that story? That wasn't even the only time someone got butt at Penn State. There were those other times. Something's got to give. It's the Dumb Zone's Dallas Cowboys stream team. Let's hope Micah's tired from sex.
Tonight, stand-up comedian Lawrence Rosales, Dave Campbell's Texas football editor-in-chief Greg Tepper, and from the TV show Let's Fish, Julie Dobbs. Also, Jamison Gray, Caitlin Knobloch, Jake Kemp, and Dan McDowell.
Yo, what's up? It's Shoddy.
This time I added Shoddy yelling.
I love that. I love we've organically developed this that somehow Tiny Blake, because you could feed into AI whatever.
Our Don Pardo.
And he fed in like 19-year-old Blake into the AI. And from the show Let's Fish.
I actually
Julie Dobbs.
had to look up what it was called. I didn't know it had a name beyond fishing show.
Oh,
but
that's
it's,
I
real
thought
name?
you just made that. It was called Let's Fish?
that's what it's called
Oh,
now.
okay,
And
I
she's
thought-
still on it,
Wow.
boys, because I looked
She
last night. Yeah.
She hasn't told me that.
It's still out there. Conditions for the weekend, you know where to turn. But no, dude, I hope people enjoy those. I hope they grow because that's like the most fun I have doing this. Like this is fun, but the Sunday nights are baller. The crowd's great. It looks great, and we've got Dak.
We've got Dak. Let's do a weekend check. Community Mechanical. They also are a big sponsor of ours. They will cool the den. They do cool the den. They offer preventative maintenance, which is a big, big deal. They came out to my house, found some crap that was like some exposed, what was it? Just something got loose up in the attic. And he said it was pumping carbon dioxide, monoxide. It was some
Monoxide.
It was a thing that was not good.
It was from your furnace.
He's like, not good, not good. So that had just come loose over the years somehow, and we didn't know it. And that's the case for preventative maintenance.
And I also did not think about the commercial side of this, but our boy Dave from Game Day Men's Health said he had Travis come out to their clinic, and they had previously had 2 HVAC companies come by and say nothing is wrong. Mm-hmm. They figured it out in about 20 minutes, cost them next to nothing. So take it from our boys at Game Day. Take it from several listeners, communitydfw.com. Take it from Brandon Aubrey. CommunityDFW.com. Sign up for that preventative maintenance. If you get a new HVAC system, you'll get a sit-in for free. Hit them up.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. I like
Got a little banana
Listen,
burp.
On Victory Monday, you can baby bird that burp into my mouth, and I will
Okay.
eat it up.
We'll set that up.
I'll eat up the carom. Carom last night was a word that we were.
We thought that was an anchor word, kind of anchored to sports.
Sports, yeah.
Like, where else do you hear carom?
Ooh, ball caromed around the rim, or that one kind of caromed off of his hands. You're not
Yeah.
like, oh, do you see the way that caromed off her cheek? You don't hear that.
Well,
Well, normally sticks.
What'd you do this weekend, guys?
I didn't do much. I did prep the den, as we will do. We fill up with Lone Star beer. We put all the chairs out and all that kind of stuff.
Looking stellar in there.
I like how the den is growing. Yeah, we got the guy that... Do you remember the guy that did the old man Brandon Aubrey theme? The
Oh,
old
yeah.
man singing?
Oh, yeah.
I think about him a
Na-na-na-na.
lot.
Huh?
I think about him a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, he mailed us a Brandon Aubrey fathead. And that got there, actually. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. And so kind of put that up over your head there in the den. We'll have that hanging in there. We could bring it in here into the studio, maybe. I don't know.
I think you need it for the game streams, at least. So
It's
I can
fun to
move
have
after
there.
that,
It
but-
gives me strength
Yeah.
when I look over at Brandon Aubrey. So I put that up. Packed for Ithaca. I'm going to visit my daughter. She goes to Ithaca College in New York, which is like, what do they call that region?
The Finger Lakes?
Upper New York or
Upstate?
upstate? You've heard that your whole life, but I never really knew what it meant because I don't know anything about geography. I know it's way east, and they say upstate, and I just don't. I would
What?
imagine it's north.
Yeah, that one's built into the...
But what it is impossible to get to. Like, there's no real close airports. Any flights into Syracuse, you have to leave here at 5 a.m. And although I am early morning guy, I am not wake up at 2 a.m. to get ready to go. Like, I'm not going to do that. So I'm flying to Buffalo and driving 3 hours just so I can have a regular flight. But the point is, traveling to and from Ithaca, you have to have 1 day of travel on the front and 1 day of travel. It's the full day. You kill the whole day. So I packed because you guys make fun of me for packing. But on Tuesday night, I'm going to be like, oh, I'll just add 1 or 2 things. Fully packed, ready to roll. The blanket is in there. I have a road blanket because I don't like hotel blankets. Not bringing the now that I'm packing guy that wants to also fit everything into the overhead compartment, because I used to always check a big bag.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it was when I lost my luggage heading to Ithaca that I stopped doing that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, when I went to Ithaca, the luggage stayed in New York City because we had to take a couple of. There's JFK or wherever the hell JFK. It's New York City, probably. Right?
Yes, that is one of the airports there.
So
You put an air tag in it, right?
I put an air tag and I could see it. I'm like, God damn! And I didn't have any clothes. Had to go shopping for a sweatshirt and some pants and a toothbrush and all that kind of stuff. You know,
Brutal.
So
you're just jamming a big bag into the.
So I'm jamming it. No. I'm packing a regular bag, but I can't. I don't have room for my towel because when I travel, I like to have a towel, my own towel, one that Trey hasn't used or anybody. Because I think one of the most disgusting things in a hotel is the fact that I'm grabbing a towel that I know 1,000 other people have had on their bottom. In their bottom. Maybe, who knows what they're doing with that towel.
At best, it's been on their bottom.
Right. Maybe they're cleaning up DNA because they're having, hey, honey, like, you know what hotel sex is like. If you're on it's boring to do it at home, but if you're on the road, you're like, hey, wow, we're in a hotel. Let's, what if we do something? Get the towel.
Listen, 50% of the hand towels in hotels they're just made of jizz. Like, they're just constructed fibers. It's you know what you're getting.
2 quick hits on the Cowboys documentary that I'm still rolling through. It's funny in the episode where I think it's the one after, or maybe they win the Super Bowl with Barry. But on their way to that, they're playing Philly, and it's 4th down and 1, and they go for it, and they don't get it. But there was offsetting penalties, so they have a chance to go for it again. And they don't get it. And just Barry got hammered for it.
Yeah.
Hammered. And I'm thinking, that's a very logical play. You're the Cowboys. You have Emmitt Smith. If you can't get 1 yard, but it just made it's just a weird time machine difference to where today it would just be like, oh, nothing at all. At that time, though, you're Barry already. You're replacing Jimmy.
Troy hates you,
and now you're calling runs, and Troy was pissed, too. Troy's like, terrible play. And then the one other thing I had from that, and then I'll hand it off to you guys, is maybe this is like a scatter shooting while remembering whatever happened to the Goodyear blimp. Do we still have blimps? Like, back then, that meant it was a big game. Monday night game, there's the blimp. Like, they were showing the blimp over a Cowboys game. It was like, that proved this game was way bigger than any other because the blimp is there.
Who's providing our aerial coverage?
And then,
well,
for a blimp,
drones.
I would imagine blimps
that's probably the answer.
Come from Akron because that's where the Goodyear company is. How do they get a blimp to the Rose Bowl? Does it have to go all the way from Akron?
Well, I think you just could,
is it a real slow?
Decompress it and put it in your suitcase.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Can it travel that way, like in a semi-truck or something?
Like an air mattress.
Go on, Clayton. You're shaking your head as if I can't believe these guys don't know how a blimp gets from Akron to California. It feels like that would take forever.
They fly it.
But it doesn't go like fast like a plane, right?
Yeah, no, but he's right. It says...
people over the
you're flying 8-9 days to cross the country.
So people in the Midwest just look up and see the Goodyear blimp headed from Akron to Dallas.
Is it quick? It's quicker to drive then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. You're probably having to get fuel every. I don't know.
How does it blimp
It's not
fuel?
efficient.
Blimps are still big players at golf tournaments.
What's it fueled by?
It tops out at 50 to 73 miles an.
That's not bad. Then you got the wind.
This may be for gas. Let me look. Let me look here.
Right.
Blimp flies location tops out number 50 to 73 mpg. So that may be gallon, right?
Well, yeah, MPG, dude, is.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, there's no. How is it
that
much more efficient? But it's also phrased as it tops out somewhere between. Feels like a speed phrase, right?
Yeah.
It's normally so. I don't know if there's a different metric they're using here, like aerial speed, you know. But the point is, it is not efficient. They do fly it. And no, they don't just have to step on all the corners of it. to get the last little bit of hair out.
Yeah, kind of lay
and roll it up and just have your kid
Not an air mattress.
jump on it, and then got to get it into the bag, but it doesn't close. Zipper pops off on the Goodyear.
The bag is
blimp.
like a little too like it's perfect.
Always, yeah.
When it
when it's
you
in
get
there.
it, but yeah.
And then how does the air pump fit in the bag?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's a
blimp
good
talk.
question. Let's look into it.
I wonder if
you don't
Goodyear
see
had to
them too
pay
much.
for the pub. I wonder if they just stopped paying the NFL. That's why they don't do it. Who knows? Nobody knows. Clayton, you want to go? Weekend check?
Sure. Kept it low key since Sunday. I was going to be running the stream solo. A lot of good college football on this weekend, so just punched up the multi-view screens and worked on a new leather wallet for myself.
Wow.
What does that mean?
I do leather work whenever I get bored and cut up a pattern for a new wallet.
You make your own wallet.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass. But I mean, I've known him a long time. So
You're not surprised by that? Like I have
No.
no idea what that even means.
No, I don't.
If I gave you
buy leather, right?
If I gave you my favorite,
It's like sewing
what I
for
want
men.
out of a wallet, could you make me a wallet? Because I can never find a perfect wallet. Where is my wallet? Oh, it's in the car. But it's just it's like I don't need that thing in the middle, and I can't get it off unless I cut it off, or
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like I want the perfect wallet that's kind of skinny.
You guys have big wallet though.
I don't carry mine.
I want
is
it-
the thing. I don't ever. Mine's
I
never
want
in
it-
my pants.
I want to lessen the bigness of it.
Like that's my wallet right there.
Okay, I'm interested.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't met many guys our age who do leather work. But
Yeah.
Oh, there aren't a lot.
yeah, it's probably the same ones who go to coin shows,
And
right? And have
know about blimp travel.
blimp travel, lots of guns, and not being treaded on. I'm not
Okay.
surprised.
So I should be nice to Clayton.
Yeah, I mean,
This guy with all these guns and leather
I'm not
making.
gonna hurt
and a
you, man.
location that you can get to. He's our Fallout guy. He is my go bag. I have a number of things to get to, so I'll spread this out across the week. I went to a high school football game Friday night. I took my son to his first Texas high school football game. I went to Argyle Colleyville Heritage.
Oh, you made it.
Now, I wasn't there for more than like a quarter and 3/4. We got there like 15 minutes before the game started, too. So factor that in. But I don't know, man. It's a trip. I don't know how to say it. Like, I'm not the most religious person. I'm walking my child up to a stadium that I played in like 21 years ago.
How'd it feel?
And then my brother played, we all played there. We played tournaments there, and I'm like, holy, this is wild.
And you're all old.
It looks exactly the same. Like you're walking up those steps, and I don't know. It was weird. It's a weird feeling, which on one hand might make you feel like I'm a loser. Like I kind of just, I didn't exactly spread my wings. I've told you before, my biggest regret in life, I wanted to go to college in Oregon, but I didn't know anybody who did stuff like that at all. Like I barely knew anybody who was going to college, let alone leaving the state. But what I wouldn't do is like if I graduated high school from that school, which I didn't, not far away, but I wouldn't wear a shirt that says like Colleyville Heritage 02 alumni on the back of it, which a lot of parents there do, man.
It was homecoming, if that matters.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I just assume every high school football game has mums now. I forgot that
Oh, yeah, I know.
it is homecoming, huh? So maybe that's it. But I'm still, I don't know. The dozen to 2 dozen or so adults that just have alumni 01, alumni 00, alumni 02 or 03 jerseys on. Bad bit. What do you want somebody to do? Come up and ask you what it was? Was this all here or more field when you were here? Like, what is the intention of what kind of conversation do you want to have? I don't know.
What would you wear, like Bandad?
I think you can
Shirt
get away
or-
with almost anything if it's for your kid.
Okay, you want to identify yourself as
I'm not saying I would, but I'm saying I wouldn't judge you as much. You know, like there's a lot of parents in the stands there that have their son's jersey, made with their name and number on it, and it says such and such as mom.
I don't think you should do that because I think you want to hear, like your dad and mom would have to hear people bitching about Joe.
Well, the thought is that if people see that shirt, maybe they won't bitch as much, but that doesn't happen. And also, when you're the quarterback's parents, people know where you are, and they know when they want you to hear that it's time for you to go.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's a tough draw, and it's worse in high school. But Argyle is a damn machine. I don't know if they're as good as they've been before, Blake, but they're so freaking well coached. And it's very high-level high school football. I was impressed. And then I went home after that to finish up watching Deuce and the boys. Brutal loss for our Seminoles Friday night. Still in the mix, but...
What about that one touchdown he should have had?
That's what I'm saying. He had a monster night. Dominic Robinson's son, our buddy who has all the potential in the world to be a first-round MLB or NFL pick, had a monster game with like 7 for 190, and then in overtime, bobbled a touchdown. Now, he would have needed the touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie. So there's a lot of like Dez caught it. The Cowboys would have definitely won a Super Bowl that year going on, but man, it was brutal to watch. And then I got a resolution to a story I told you guys about in this space last week. My wife had gone to Target to buy a bottle of wine for a birthday party, and she was approached by a woman holding a baby, an infant baby. The woman said she spoke no English, said she was a Ukrainian refugee. She communicated this message on her phone, typed out, and said, "Hey, can you pay for these items in my basket? I'd be forever grateful for you." Kristen estimated the cost to be $150. It was $530. It was high, diapers, formula, but then medicine. And we're debating whether or not this was a scam, because there's also the piece of info that as my wife was getting in the car, the refugee approached the vehicle, knocked on the window, and held up on her phone a message saying, "I have to have the receipt for these items to get them into the shelter where I stay. Otherwise, they will assume that I thieved them." So, wife gives her the receipt because whatever at this point. 4 days later, we get this notification on the Target app where you can see your recent orders. And as you can see there, the $525 order was return complete 1 week later on September 26th, and it was done so in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Dang.
So, pretty tough to deny the scam element of it now, but shout out to this lady for waiting a week. And you know what? She didn't return it. She drove it back to a group of thugs who took the merchandise and the receipt and put it into their network.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you are giving her the money, you're like, well, even if they're scamming me, I am helping a lady with a baby.
Right.
In some way. And you probably are. Like,
you're helping her
might not get
killed.
Slapped around or whatever if she doesn't produce enough receipts today.
She's not banking $526 though.
Right. No, she's banking not getting slapped around,
Yeah.
She's I don't know what you do.
I kept telling her, I was like, don't look at the app. Do you need to see? Like, you know what this is going to be. And honestly, now that I say that, I'm glad she did, because if it had been returned at the same store, I think I would have been way more pissed. Like, come on. You could see me here. What if we run into each other? But if you drive to...
Yeah. So...
that's commitment.
Supermarket sweep, isn't that couples?
Yeah. I mean, they have teams.
Couples would do that. Yeah. Because there'd be arguments.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to go over here. You wanted to go over here. And so that makes it fun. But if I ever get chosen for that show, which is going to be difficult, I've never applied to be on the show, but I want to be on it.
It's a start, Blake.
I would get someone like that to be my helper. She's good. Like, just one cart was $524. And she had to put a lot of masking stuff on the top. You know, lower priced baby items.
Definitely.
But all the expensive stuff was way down below in the cart, and your wife looks at it, it's like, oh, she has a little baby. Look at all these baby items. Okay.
Lower price and, as you were saying, the emotional hook.
Yeah.
Because underneath there were organic stress relief vitamins that were like $90. And now I'm actually happy those were returned because I was out with friends on Saturday night turning into a Republican because I was telling them about Angelo. And then I was like, dude, this lady, like, she bought $90 worth of organic vitamins for, like, I would never buy that. And it makes me happy to know that was a grift and not a refugee who just thought, it's a little hard being a refugee. I need a vitamin. Listen, I don't want you to be a refugee and we'll help you with it, but we're not Uber Eats delivering your food if you're homeless because it's raining. We have to have a line somewhere.
Yeah.
Speaking of Angelo, hey, Blake.
Hey.
Let's make Blake's weekend check brought to us by Trident.
Ooh.
Because they have a new special out. Want to just promote that real quick. It is a fall tune-up special. So kind of like the preventative maintenance type. I was talking to Julie about this morning, and I'm very excited. I'm going to have Trident come out to my house, and you're going to tell me how to get in touch with them. Oh, there it is. txtrident.com or 817-512-1212. That's an easy number. But full inspection, adjustment, lubrication of the garage door components give you peace of mind as you head into the colder months. I know there's something like a little off with my big garage door. It's like too loud.
There's been something off with almost every garage door I've ever had, and I just am like, well, I guess that's it.
But you know how the sensors sometimes don't line up on the bot? Like, they'll just come out and give you the full... the full once-over.
Lube it up.
For $39.99. So just get on board with that, and then you've got them in your phone. Garage doors, entry gates.
Yeah, if you need
They're pretty
one
awesome.
replaced, if you're moving, building a house, and it didn't come with a garage door, then txtrident.com can help you out. Jeremy and the boys over there. You can trust them. Veteran-owned company, garage doors, entry gate services, and, like Dan said, that fall tune-up special. It's txtrident.com, Blake.
I was at the same high school football game Jake was at, and yeah, Argyle played pretty well.
You like the setup
Argyle
where you have to park? There's one parking lot, and you have to walk all the way around? Or do you guys get to park on the visitor side?
There's a lot of stadiums like that.
Yeah,
that you have to walk around.
This one just feels really like you have to go up and around to the visitor side, but
I guess when you're walking with a little kid, it really
true.
stands out.
No, you just park. You find the elevator.
Why didn't you just go on the Colleyville side? What do you care?
I did.
Oh.
Because of that. I was like, I don't want to go all the way over there and see Blake. It's way too far.
Okay. Yeah. No, we were in the press box, so we're always on the home side.
Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, Argyle played well. Did not see Dez. I don't know if you were looking for him or not. Didn't see a monkey. No rally monkey. No Dallas. So that was unfortunate.
Did his kid play?
If he did, I don't remember.
Not when I was there. And because it was a competitive game for the most part.
Yeah, Argyle pulled away late, but good start to the weekend with an Argyle W in district play.
We had Greg Tepper last night on the couch, and he was like, man, Argyle's real good, man. You guys should stop making fun of Blake. And we're like, okay, we'll accept the first thing you said.
Yeah, that's fine. A couple things I noticed while driving this weekend. The first, I saw a guy ball up his cash that he was going to give to this homeless lady and chunk it out the window as he drove by.
I don't hate that. I don't hate it. You're getting a little something for yourself out of that.
We were at Preston in the tollway.
What do you mean?
A lot of cars have to get to this green light, and I understood it. He didn't want to hold up traffic, but I just thought it was very demeaning.
Because that's
ball it up and chunk it.
Somebody, you're doing the deed, right? You're doing the good thing. So get off my ass about it. But if you want to get a little bit of I'm better than you out of it too, they're still getting the money.
Make them pick it up.
I had a buddy who used to do this specifically with another buddy who never purchased a pack of cigarettes, but not like me where I'd get one or two on a weekend when I was hammered, would ask for a cigarette every single time everyone else who smoked got a cigarette. So we're talking half a pack a day. And eventually my buddy was just like, yeah, I'll get you one. Go pick it up, you dog, and throw it on the ground like 10 feet away. You want it? Go pick your cigarette up. And he would just like taunt him like an animal.
Okay, so that
and
guy
he would do it.
Was happy because he got his cigarette. Your guy was happy because he felt good.
Yeah, and eventually he started buying cigarettes.
Okay.
Same sort of deal.
It's a good bit.
Throw a wad of cash. Pick it up.
But I thought if I was the homeless person, like, don't demean me like that. But then she just, I just scurried right to it.
I knew a lot of guys that would all just bum cigarettes because, oh no, I only smoke when I drink, and I don't want to. I'm not a cigarette smoker, but they would bum cigarettes all day.
And there is a difference.
So like, you just don't want to ever say I don't pay for a cigarette, so I'm not a smoker.
I get it.
And then you can write that on the doctor form when they.
So throw up the car picture, Clayton. I saw this in Deep Elm on my way home. There was a car accident, and it was a black female, a white male, and the white guy has face paint on.
He is a mime.
I don't know what
he's a mime, or for maybe my generation, he kind of looks like Sting, the wrestler.
Yes.
He looks like a juggalo.
Oh, yeah, the corners of the mouth may be juggalo.
Well, anyway, whatever he's doing,
Juggalo
wherever
haircut.
he's going, he was not prepared to get in a car accident with someone else. So he's having to have this serious conversation, exchanging insurance with the face paint on.
Kirstie Alley's parents.
Yes.
A car accident where they were in blackface.
Yes.
This is great, too. This guy looks like Keith from Righteous Gemstones. He has a black wife beater on, black techno pants.
But he's hot.
A school shooter haircut. Yeah, he's kind of ripped, and he's got white black juggalo makeup on.
It's like an extra at Fright Fest.
And you know what sucks about this, too? This is like when Twiggy used to get nervous whenever there was a crime or a car chase. Like, please don't be a black guy. Please don't be a black guy. Now this black woman is dealing with this guy, and she's like, well, I guess if you run into a white guy, he just might be wearing clown makeup. Like a weirdo wearing a tank top. That's probably something white guys do.
Yeah. SNL stole that bit. See that? With
what?
Shane Gillis.
Remind me.
He was a newscaster with some
pulling
black
for it?
Yeah. They were all like,
oh, yeah. That's a thing. It also should be noted in this photo, it's daytime for all those listening at home.
Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Somehow a lot funnier.
Yeah.
So this is in Dallas when you would pick up Steve Berline?
No, this was the day before, but yeah, I had to pick up Steve.
Got to pick up Steve.
I got to pick up Steve.
The pleasure, yeah. Can you think of how many
to run Uber line?
How many Cowboy fans would love to just switch places with you?
Hello.
I get to drive Steve Berline to the game. Now the beating probably, if I'm to guess, is after the game.
What?
Because here's Blake. These shows come quick, dude. I don't know if you guys feel it. You have to, because you write about it too, right?
I just go straight through pretty much, if I can.
Because just the turnaround on ending the stream at 11:30 or almost midnight, then you're kind of jacked up, can't get to sleep, so I'm cleaning up and, trying to just do that. And then a couple minutes of let me just wind down by sitting and watching a little bit of the stream and see here in the open, thinking it was funny and stuff.
But
and
you still have like 3 hours of stuff to do before the show.
Yeah,
There's only like 7.5 hours,
Yeah, so you got to get up early. So Blake, same thing. He's listening to audio. He's getting the stuff ready. He's got to drive. You're already far enough from Argyle. Like, you couldn't be farther from Argyle while having to stop. Or Wiley, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From Jerry World to Wiley.
Yeah, and
it would be great to not have. And then I also know after a long day of work.
Yeah.
Even with a really good friend, like even if it was Jake in the car with me, I don't want Jake in the car with me when I'm driving home. I don't want to talk.
Yeah, no, it's everybody's on the same page.
And now here you are with Steve Berline.
And that's why I said I have to drive Steve Berline.
So do you feel
also
because with us, you're not a guy that feels like he has to do small talk, right? Because we're all friends.
Right.
And we don't need to talk every second of every day, but you don't know Steve Berline.
Right.
So are you? So.
Kind of. I mean,
So how many kids you have again? Like all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
we did that. We had to do that the first time, and then we settled what's wrong with America and the Charlie Kirk shooting. We got through all of that.
Oh, wow.
We got through all of that.
This is
So
a
luck-
podcast.
Luckily,
Did you record?
no. No, so we're past that part. Now I'm hearing about his fantasy football team and how the Americans didn't show up for the Ryder Cup.
Oh, yes.
All that kind of stuff.
All right. There's something here.
And I'm
Berline's takes.
still like in the
Berline and the Beehive.
Unfiltered.
pretty
Yeah.
nervous stage of doing
Life.
the job and sure, whatever. So I'm not like real. Hey, Steve, what was it like winning
Right.
a playoff game in Chicago? I don't know. I just want to get to the game and kind of get it over with. But yeah, after the game, I'm obviously in my establish to run phase. I don't want to sit in traffic. I'd rather just go sit in the press box. They open the taps up in the press box. You can go talk to Sod, talk to Ted, hang out for 45 minutes, let the traffic die down. But Steve thinks we can beat traffic if we can get to the car fast enough. We can't. So
it's Steve Berline. You can't argue with him. Like, no, dude,
No.
I'm driving. I'm going to hang out here for 45 minutes.
I just said like, they put out desserts and food and stuff in the press box. He's like,
A couple
I think
brewskis.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so no, he said, I know a way down. So we took the stairs, got to the car, waited an hour and a half.
Do you think that Uberline will learn from this experience and perhaps the next home game enjoy the accoutrement and not sitting? Because you
don't
can't
know.
do this you can't do 6, 7 more times.
I don't know, but I just kind of like with my wife, I just don't feel like fighting him.
Because that's
So,
the thing too,
just-
Dan. Like
I'll
if
do
you
whatever
told
you
me
want.
I have to sit in a car for an hour and a half after a game, I'll put that money to work for me. Like I got shit to do.
Yeah, listen to the game.
Yeah,
I'll
but I
get my
can't.
computer
Get
out.
the audio.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing that like makes my skin crawl more than knowing there's an hour and a half after a game where I can't do anything
Yeah.
with it.
Such a
Right, and you
waste.
can't tell if you're with your wife or something. You're like, I got to listen to this game.
And
I
she'd
gotta-
let you.
I got to mark
100%.
audio for the morning.
Read
Yeah.
your phone, lady.
Yeah.
She'd be cool with it.
No, but Berline is saying, we should have covered this, we should have done this, and we're recapping the game, and I kind of got a little tired of that, so I just put on the ticket post game show. Which is like, okay, look, we can both listen to this. We don't have to talk. And it was a Bob night because it was a Packers game, and Bob is very confident in his delivery. And at one point, Berline goes, "Who is this guy?" This guy named Bob Sturm. He does a radio show, writes a lot about the Cowboys. Like, oh. He was just not feeling Bob.
Yeah, that probably comes
interesting.
up.
So you
from the
didn't
former
throw. I
player
know him
who-
really well. I worked with him for years.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you got to get the unfiltered.
Sure.
Right.
That's excellent.
So that was fun.
So he's annoyed by Bob.
a little bit.
He's probably annoyed by most
had
anybody who
the,
didn't play who.
The chat,
Yeah.
the YouTube chat, we popped a picture of you. We, meaning Clayton,
Great.
of you guys. Do you do this pregame picture every week?
Yeah.
So it was
Not
you.
my idea.
It was
way.
you in the middle
Yeah, Ted told me I had to be in the picture.
with Ted. Yeah, but in the middle, I would just expect
he said
it.
get in the middle.
And then Ted and Berline, and the chat was enjoying. They said, what was the comment about the button? Like it was hanging on for dear life.
Maybe I wish I trust Dak in this situation as much as Blake is trusting that one button.
I'm doing this.
Listen,
It's not a tight.
here's the deal. You're making progress, but for a very small amount of money, you can make that and all of your clothes look right. You need to get that tailored. You don't need new clothes. You need to get that tailored.
The jacket fits fine.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And neither do your pants for that matter.
What if it wasn't buttoned? Would it fit better?
I just think Blake is in his physical prime right now, and we can get him in like good, tailored, cheap suits. He's going to be doing this for a while. We've made one step. Now it's time to make another.
Boy, I thought I learned.
Ted
from
looks
the-
great.
Well, yeah, Ted always looks great.
Ted's
Yeah.
suit is tailored, at least to a small degree.
Yeah, but like Ted's important and stuff. He fits it.
You're now
Buddy.
getting into that world.
You need to understand.
You're moving into that world. You can't just live with us forever.
You fake it till you make it. You made it. You don't have to fake it anymore.
Yeah, you're.
So what I learned from the first picture is your credential goes outside of the collar. Thank you, BK, for that. And then I learned to button the suit, but I guess I won't from now on.
I think you can, but that you're really stressing. Well, I mean, you could have lost a button there, bud.
It wasn't that tight. It's a nice jacket.
The thing you should do.
It's a nice jacket.
So-
You should not work out and eat right. You should get it tailored. I agree.
It's true.
So fake it till you make it. In Philadelphia was also an NBC game. So I told you Collinsworth was real beaten that week. Long game, the delay. Tirico was very kind. I said hello before and after the game. And Ted had worked the Masters with Tirico, and so he wanted to see if Tirico remembered him. And so I tagged along just to see, hey, it's Mike Tirico.
Love it.
Ted introduces us, and Tirico's like, hey, good to see you again.
Yes.
I was like, oh, yeah, Blake, hey, whatever. And I don't know if that's just play-by-play guy being nice. He meets a million people. But I could kind of tell that he did somewhat remember my face. 20 minutes later, we cross paths again on the field. He's like, all right, Ted, see you later. Hey, Blake, good to see you again. So I don't know if he's real good at the part or he's just a super nice guy.
Tirico knows your name.
I might be pretty pro Tirico.
You might be in with Mike Tirico, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Your
told
life
you,
is
you've
really
made
gonna
it.
change, dude. Yeah.
You've made it.
But
you
the
could be going to
biggest-
the Olympics.
The biggest highlight of the night, the next picture, Clayton, I got to meet our friend in the press box. I caught up with Fort Worth Zone, Brian Curtis.
Oh, nice.
Blake? Heck yeah.
He's giving a little Taylor Hart.
Now, see, the jacket looks okay there, but it could still use a little improvement. I like it. Blake
I think he looks great.
I think he looks great. I just want him to look greater.
How
I'm
great is
also
that
just
press
super
box,
happy
dude?
for him. It just looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had just eaten prime rib from the carving station.
He has that look about him.
Is prime rib that great?
Oh, wow.
I'm just asking.
What would you prefer? Just a ground chuck? Just a bowl of...
How about a Frito chili pie? I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
It just seems pretty haughty. And what's the price? I mean, it's undercooked meat. It's fine. It's okay.
It is one of those deals where I would assume Dan would be like, if you have to smother it in au jus, then
Yeah.
is it really any good?
No, I mean, I had some truffle mac and cheese that was kind of way better than that.
This is his life now. He turns his nose up at prime rib, Dan.
Berline wanting to make a fast food stop on the way back.
No, I just got him to his hotel. And
Did you make him do that before?
No, I just
Oh, okay.
posed the hypothetical last night of like Berline wanting like a Frosty at
Right.
11 o'clock
I
at
think
night.
I think he put a little feeler out there because he said, "Boy, they don't bring us food. I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock." I didn't say a word.
Yeah, good call. You're not like, oh, it's a water
Oh, I
burger
can
right
drop-
up here on the right.
Mm-mm. Nope, your hotel's right up here.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he have eaten?
He didn't eat the pregame meal.
Yeah, you had your opportunity.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
No,
It's hard to eat when you're that dialed in, though.
It's one thing when your kid does it and you're trying to teach him something. It's another thing when
he's an adult.
60-year-old
Sure.
Berline does it or however old.
Sure.
Just all the context clues here. Don't tell Steve Berline about your Angelo arrangement. I don't think his brain would be able to handle it.
They're going to have to get to that someday. You're going to run out of topics.
Yeah, Angela might see us down there.
My hobo's squeezing me.
Angelo calls him in the car.
Yeah. Put it on speaker.
That's right. He does call you, doesn't he?
Yeah, we have a weekly call.
Steve's over there. Let me talk to him. Lazy ass. Well,
I
that's
almost
awesome,
wanted
dude.
I almost wanted to call you. I was thinking about you Sunday, thinking he must be driving there right now. I could have checked my app. We have each other on Find My Phone,
Okay.
which is super gay. But I want to call you with Berline in the car.
Well, you can. You know what? I'll call you the next time he calls his wife on the way to the game.
He calls his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you've been prepped for this. Years working with
yeah,
Killer.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear hear about poop consistency, but
Also, love
I don't know.
Killer.
What's
but
he
we're
telling
talking
his
about
wife?
Steve Berline. He can do whatever he wants.
What are they talking about?
it's his second wife, so he's really nice to her.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. I would be too. Let you out, all you potential Jordan Hudsons out there. You're never gonna be treated better than you are by me. Second wife.
It seems something to envy. Like you're just kind of kind and cordial to each other.
Now you're probably gonna have
the fun in that?
Somewhere down the road, you're gonna have to. It's kind of Catherine Zeta-Jones gonna have to wipe Michael Douglas's bottom or something at some point, right?
Yeah.
They're getting to that point where it's like, oh, this was kind of cool when you were 50 and I was 25, but I don't know how it is now. All right, nice job, Blake. If that's the end of your weekend check.
Yep.
Go Argyle.
Go Argyle, indeed.
A lot of Packers fans at the game.
There are a lot of Packers fans that live around here. Why is that?
I don't know, but it was probably 60-40 Cowboys in there.
Well, Cowboy fans will also quickly sell their tickets.
That's true.
God, man. That in rewatching the broadcast, Collinsworth commented on it at least twice. Maybe it was once Chris, once Tirico, but they just said something like, boy, the opposing offense operating in relative quiet here late in the third quarter. Then you see Dak on the sideline having to pump people up.
Yeah,
2 minutes left in the fourth.
Jake was even saying during the game, like, it sucks that he has to do that.
It's unconscionable in most stadiums.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Brought to you by Flooring Direct DFW. Dan from Flooring Direct was at the game last night.
He's a nice pro.
Oh, yeah. They have a little song, right? Where is it?
I don't know.
Just sing it.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
That's right.
FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ. They will meet or beat any competitor's offer, Dan. And that's probably going to be pretty easy because right now they've got a back-to-school deal for you. Buy now, pay later, up to 36 months, zero interest financing, nothing down, Dan. That means you can get new floors in your home for less than $200 a month.
Over 36 months. That's awesome. They'll come direct to you. They'll bring all the samples to you. Work with you that way. It's going to be real easy. You don't got to drive around to their warehouse. They do have a warehouse here in DFW because they are local. That's a big, important copy point. Local. They've been here a long time as well, so it's not kind of fly-by-night, and if something goes down with your stuff in the future, it's going to be hard to get a hold of them. No. And Dan from Flooring Direct, I've known him for a couple of decades now. Good dude that you can trust.
A fly-by-day type character.
They're really going to you're going to be happy that you hooked up with Flooring Direct. They're like a lot of our clients or our advertisers that, they
good
all kind of
people.
work together, good people, and we like them. We think you will too. And I have Prophets and Outlaws doing it.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, you've
Give
got
the website. You did?
I did.
Okay, then I won't do it again. You can just rewind.
I know everybody does. How are you supposed to feel? And it's probably the first question we'll ask Brandon tomorrow, although he's probably pretty used to it.
Now, I heard the Cowboys
soccer guy.
I think Machado was saying like the Cowboys players, were kind of acting very down and dejected, and maybe they thought they had that in their hand and they lost it. But I do think when you step back, like I felt great last night. This is a fun. Maybe this is a fun team that's just going to be in game. You're going to have some games where they get blown out. You're going to have some game, but the fact that they could do that offensively without CeeDee Lamb, I think, and think of all the injuries that just kept piling up throughout the game. The offensive linemen were going out left and right. That they can overcome that, I got to hand it to Shoddy a little bit. Shoddy and Dak. It's all about the coach-quarterback combo, isn't it?
Definitely. And we're early into this one, so we don't exactly know what to expect or how they're going to work together. The coach has not really ever coached at this level. He hasn't even called plays.
Well, you weren't there. They did it again on every broadcast. Maybe this is just the big, giant broadcasts, the Monday night or the Thursday night, but they put the thing on the screen that says, has not been a head coach at any level. And you were, I think, just walking in or something. And the point is we were saying, Jake, you wouldn't be able to put that for Jake.
I'm a head coach.
Jake has been a head coach at some level.
Right.
And Shoddy never has.
It feels really disrespectful to highlight that for Shoddy, but it's true.
But it doesn't seem like it's too big for him. The bullets are flying, but he seems pretty calm demeanor there on the sideline, and I don't know.
Yeah, he's a unique case, right? And that's not even necessarily a good thing or a compliment, but we don't have that many guys who have been hanging around the NFL a little bit for a quarter century without getting much of a look at a head coaching job. So he has seen a lot. And the CEO part of the job was the part that I thought it would make sense if he can do this part. We just didn't know how things were going to work. As you said, bullets flying, and he's having to call plays. That even looks like it's too much for Matt LaFleur. If you get into the situational parts of last night's game, and he's thought of as a wonderkind. So, a year, 2 years, whatever, down the line, you may have an idea of how Shoddy and Dak are going to react and get up off the mat. But there was zero evidence other than blind fandom and your maybe trust in Dak to think that last night, after the first 3 games, that when they got down 2 scores, that was going to be anything other than a bloodletting. But
especially after Chicago.
Yeah, but all of it, dude. Take it in total, because I think the Giants game, you got the win, right? But same as last night, if you're just looking at what you take out of it, you did not come out of the Giants game feeling good, especially after Russ got benched the next week. Now, to Greg Tepper's point last night, who lives in this world of fandom, dealing with high school fans, maybe now we're like, Bears lost, not so bad. Giants lost, maybe not so bad. You got to start working yourself up into that mindset. But no.
My feel record.
They're bad. They've been bad, so you could have expected them to continue to be bad on that front.
What's their record? 1-2-1.
Yeah,
right? My feel record is 2-2. But it's not.
Mine's 2.5 and 1.5.
Like, I felt bad for the win. Felt real good after Philly. Real good after this game. And real bad after Chicago.
And like, it sounds fruity to say your feel record, and it does matter in a division like this one, or probably any, right? Or playoff positioning. The half game does matter. That's really all that matters on the record side of things. The feel record does matter, especially this early in the season, especially with a new head coach, and especially because they kneecapped their effing team the week before the season started. They planted a bomb in this chemistry set that easily, at any moment, could have caught everything on fire. You have a first-time head coach. You have a quarterback that you don't know if he can stay healthy. And you traded your best defensive player that the whole thing is predicated on. And his best buddy's still here, who before last night, I wasn't positive, wasn't like throwing games. He looked like he didn't want to be out there so bad in Trayvon. Buy-in looked like it was at a low.
It looked like that's probably how he was acting during practice, too, because he didn't start that game and wasn't in for quite a while.
No, and when asked about it afterward, was like, yeah, I don't know. Wasn't like he didn't say he was like aware of it. He was just like, yeah, ask coach.
You want to hear it?
Sure.
What was it like for you? I don't think you started tonight. Was that a health situation or what went into that? Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, maybe. A little bit.
And then how would you assess your play tonight? You did come in and you played a starter's levels amount of snaps.
Yeah.
A lot of it looked like you got a lot of one-man opportunities after you played a lot. You played a lot of zone all year.
Yeah. You talking about how I played when I got in?
Yeah.
I think I played pretty good. Do you? I think I did pretty good.
I love that when he turns it around. How do you think I played?
He does that a lot. Because he comes off as a defensive, no pun intended, insecure, bothered athlete, but he also has high-end talent that is unmatchable. And he was awesome last night.
Is it wrong to say that maybe this is Shoddy's, give it to Shoddy a little bit for motivating him?
Well, if he were pouting, we would be saying Shoddy can't handle this. So, yeah.
But that he got out there and kind of was pissed that he wasn't out there.
Responded.
And I thought right away, well, obviously he comes in right away, gets that interception, but it was called back. But he kind of was playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. The swag looked like it was back.
And not knowing who to credit, I kind of credit Shoddy because they did ask him about it too. He kind of dismissed it real quickly, blew it off, said, "Yeah, we're working with Trayvon to." I didn't cut the audio because it wasn't real significant, but it was kind of like a read between the lines here. We're working with Trayvon for consistency. That's what we're doing with everybody, and kind of just didn't want to bag on him at all. And he's handling some things behind the scenes, and certain guys like that, we talk about this in the NBA a lot, the only currency a coach can use is playing time to get you out there on the field and just to take him off the field for a little bit, but he ended up playing starters, snaps. So it kind of doesn't matter when you play, I suppose. If that's the place we have to not put you on the field to get that spark lit, then we're going to do that. Credit Shoddy.
Yeah. And, you got to credit him, too, for not the whole sideline giving up at 13-0. They'd gone 3 and out, and then I think maybe got 1 first down on their second drive, and then punted after a penalty. And Green Bay had scored 2 out of 3 drives. The only one in there they didn't was a penalty that screwed their drive. It felt like it was headed the way that a lot of people thought it was going to go, which is that I don't know if a touchdown's enough. And the main thing that I tried to convey in the column this morning, dmagazine.com/sports, is I think that Dak is very good, especially if he's got above average wide receiver core. But it doesn't really matter what I think or what you think or what Blake thinks. It matters what the guys on his sideline think, and they think he's good. If you watch not just the sideline, but watch the way that player Twitter lights up when Dak is balling. And I'm not saying you should make football players the GM, although I'd rather give most of them a crack at it than like an oil and energy prospector, but they may not be the best talent evaluators, but I'm not asking them to build the roster. I'm saying you need in football. I'm not going to get too into momentum, the qualitative side of it, but to get the most out of your team, the team has to believe it's good and capable of something. And that starts with having a quarterback that the team isn't immediately like, dude. I've told you guys the we lost story a million times. It's the most instructive thing that's ever happened to me in sports. It was a 7-on-7 tournament. We were rotating 2 quarterbacks all summer. One of them was a family at the school's son, and he sucked, and the other one was pretty good. And we were going back out for a last drive in a title game, and I walked over, playing catch with a buddy on offense before we're going back out, and he said, who's in at quarterback? And I said, it's Mac, and he goes, we lost. Because there's just quarterbacks that can make you feel like we've got a prayer and ones that don't. And his team thinks we're in it if he's out there. Ironically, the only guy that I wasn't real certain thought Dak was any good was Micah. And I didn't have to read too hard between the lines on that because he was routinely ranking quarterbacks and getting to 11 or 12 without mentioning Dak on his football talk show. But I think most of the guys in there, they think he's a gamer, and they think they've got a shot when he's out there. And that helps, especially if you're not a very good team. He's done it.
But it looks like he's pretty good. We were arguing if he ranks ahead of Baker in the top 10, but we'll
and I don't want
to.
Baker's also I don't want to just S on Baker. Baker makes a lot of plays, and I think there's value in what he does, but I also think his team believes in him too. But I'd rather have a guy like Dak who is just down the middle, super calm, not jawing guy in big moments, even though Baker may be more exciting, cooler, more fun. I don't know that I trust that more than my robot.
And you had said before the season that you kind of like the Shoddy hire because the offense would stay the same, meaning that the offense is pretty much Dak. What he sees at the line. And on the Pickens touchdown right before half, that was an adjustment to the line of scrimmage. And so we probably don't take that into account as much as we should, that, I don't know, he might get a play call at the line and it could be completely different based on what he sees.
And I hate the logic of, well, you can hire this coach with no experience because you have Dak Prescott. Well, you can trade Micah Parsons because you have Dak Prescott. They used to do this with Romo. Well, you got Romo. Why would you need a good offensive line? It's this backwards logic. Nobody lives in that world where, oh, well, might as well hire a coach with no experience. We have a really experienced quarterback. You could do both.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem not to, but the state of play still is that Dak is so in control of the offense that you can get away with having coordinators that you don't really have all that much evidence from with which to trust them. I thought he called a good game.
I don't think the awesome Tolbert catch in overtime, I think Dak was just throwing it away.
Was he asked about it at all?
Yeah,
I didn't get through his whole press conference.
He's not going to say, oh, I was just throwing it away. He just said he saw Tolbert down there. Tolbert could make a break on it. He tried to put it in a position where only he could get it. But at first glance, it really seemed like he was throwing it away.
You know, Next Gen Stats does the probability of completion, and they had that one at 7%, which was the second lowest since they've been doing it 10 years ago.
Mm.
And a 7 seems high, like when that ball left his hand. But I didn't know there was even a receiver there.
It's all Tolbert.
Yeah,
it's incredible. I mean, yes, he can have a bag all game, but if you do that, then that's everything. And can't say enough about George Pickens, I don't think. That first bomb that he caught with 2 defenders draping him, we were all game just referring back to that as just such a lucky moment because it's not like he high-pointed it. They all jumped up, but then all fell back down, and the ball's still coming down, and it just kind of happened to land in there.
That's a weird one.
I thought that was a bad throw.
Bad defense.
Bad idea to throw it there. Not necessarily a bad throw because it did go into his arms.
Well, yeah, it was a little backhanded when Pickens was asked about it because he said, yeah, the throw kind of hung up there and let the safety come over and hit me.
It was real high.
Yeah, and the safety had a lot of time to get over there, but even if that ball had been picked, I don't know that I would have been bitching too much because I came into that game thinking they just have to try to create big plays. They're not going to be able to grind this game out. And to their credit, they kind of did both. They ran the ball pretty effectively, and they threw short pretty effectively, and then they threw deep pretty effectively.
They were throwing short a lot to not let Micah rush the passer.
Yeah, felt like a preoccupation with that, maybe even early. Like, we're not going to let him take over here.
Yeah, I was super impressed with Shoddy outside of the first drive where it was just 3 runs. But other than that,
boy, we weren't feeling good in the den at that point.
No, you know what? It felt like a TO. The topic all week was Terrell Owens, and now we're going to hand him the ball 7 times. Hey, the topic is we're not going to we can run past Micah. Jerry said it in a meeting this week. All right, well, shit, let's just come out and run the ball 3 times. Prove he can't wreck our drive, kick it back to him, and start over. I would not put that past that being somewhere in their mental approach.
But as far as game management, play calling, on the opposite sideline is a top 5 or 10 coach in the league, and you can say that you were not outcoached. And in fact, the biggest blunder of the game was the final, the play before the kick, when Green Bay got extremely lucky there was a second left.
The whole sequence, really, man.
If Shoddy does that,
yeah.
What do you think about the home field time operator? Is that a real thing?
Oh, it's definitely a real thing.
That we should be upset with?
I mean, listen.
What's home field advantage if not let a little extra?
I am of the
mind
that there's. I'm sure there are reasons why this would be prohibitive. I'm sure TV would have something to do with it, but there 100% should just be like the ball should just freeze the second that it gets to 0-0. Like there should be first of all, it should be down to the decimal, right?
Yeah,
not
NBA.
A whole second, and then from there, like. They need a mechanism with which, I don't know, a pager goes off or something flashes up on the fact that a human being is doing it is insane. Right? Like you just got a guy with a clock.
Well, it's the same
as a
bean bag and a yellow flag.
I know, the whole thing. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Look, I threw my hat.
Means he was out of bounds.
So you can't rely on that. But LaFleur was playing with absolute magma level inferno last night with their approach to those last 90 seconds.
I would believe where we thought this feels like Victory Monday, they're not feeling great in Green Bay right now.
Especially given the context, man, because I thought a lot of people were like, oh, Dallas is going to show up desperate team tonight. I'm like, Dallas didn't just lose to the Browns with title hopes.
Well, they lost to the Bears.
But nobody thinks the Cowboys are any good, you know. The Packers coming off of the first 2 weeks to lose to the Browns, even if it was all Myles Garrett, they were just as desperate, is what I'm saying, in theory.
I hate to say they should have opened it up more because they did score 40. They ended up scoring 40 points, but it felt like they could have just thrown it deep down the middle of the field anytime they felt like it.
The Packers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whereas it felt like all of Dallas has had to be extremely carefully selected, get some luck, pulling teeth a little bit, whereas
they were just having fun, using all the plays.
Yeah.
In the Packers' first drive, they attacked Bland downfield where they had two receivers in the same spot. And then the fade to Dobbs against Bland. I thought it was going to be a long night because we were all waiting for Bland to come back.
And they said on the broadcast that the thought Collinsworth had talked to coaches was you start Bland outside to let him work back in so that he's not having to see as much inside-outside, lateral movement as you do in the slot. And so, the Packers were like, all right, bet. We'll work you in from the outside here. And they just attacked him.
I don't like the overtime rules, but I don't know what I want.
Can I play you George Pickens' thoughts on overtime? Because he has an idea. First, I don't know how much of this is hyperbole. He thinks overtime is a new concept.
I never really, out of all my years playing football, I have never heard of a tie or any of that. I'm not sure. You guys probably know better than me if that's new or something, but I don't know how to feel, bro. Next week, next game, I guess.
So, should we explain to him, hey, there have been a lot of ties, especially when football first started.
Yeah.
This is not a new thing.
Yeah, but I can see what he means. Throughout the bulk of his career, there's not a lot of ties because it was first one to score wins, and then it was first one, if you can get a touchdown first, then you win. It's a quick resolution.
And I think George Pickens is just the type, he's just saying, I don't know what any of this is. He's not just ties. He's saying, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are, whatever.
But his idea to fix it is it's pretty funny to me.
You said earlier this week.
I just feel like the game can continue. More events can happen if you let time on the clock and let the game continue. So
yeah, that's kind of how it works, George. If there's time on the clock, things can happen.
So I got an idea. I'm going to piggyback Pickens here. The fourth quarter is now just 25 minutes. Just fold it in.
But this is the elementary concept of the game as we play with the clock.
I just feel like the game can continue. More events can happen if you let time on the clock and let the game continue.
He's not wrong. Yeah. Had they continued.
More stuff can happen if you keep letting us play.
I mean, but again, to try to alibi for him here, he's saying, 10 minutes goes fast. Why not 15?
What if you're tied, could you overtime just extends the time, but you are where you are? It doesn't stop and start over like halftime. Would that be something that I could interest you in? It's tied, but you have the ball. You're at the 35-yard line. Okay, now overtime just kind of kicks. It's like
from a strategy standpoint, I love it.
Third quarter to the fourth quarter.
You're probably not breaking any field goal records, right?
So you're saying the Packers kicked a field goal to tie, so now it's Cowboys football in overtime?
Yes.
Yeah, the Packers just go kick off with whatever it was. 4 seconds left?
I want a winner.
Yeah.
I don't want a shootout type thing. I don't want to throw it through a tire competition or whatever.
Flag football.
But so that makes me kind of lean towards the rule they just previously had where a touchdown does end it. it motivates you to push hard for a touchdown. And a field goal, you could match it by winning with a touchdown or a field goal, and then it keeps going. So I think I would like to revert to a touchdown ends it.
I hate that.
Because it makes you want to receive the ball. Like, I don't like playing defensive either. I don't like, well, let's just wait and see to what they do. That feels weird as well. Like,
it is.
Give us the ball.
Yeah, I know everyone hates it, but I like college, so I know it's.
Well, then the score will be a million. Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah,
they somehow managed to still.
I guess
there's no perfect solution. I'm with you. I don't
want
not having a winner.
Games. I don't want more time. I want less time in these things. And we've watched 2 now that have gone the whole overtime.
Yeah, it'll probably become a thing.
What if they do like hockey and just go 7-on-7?
Honestly,
I think what they want to do
that,
is something that they don't have to change once they get to the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's what they have now.
Yeah,
and I'm for that. It should always. What did you point out last night, Clayton? The streams that we have done this year. We've done 3 streams. 1 was a rain delay game, and 2 went entire overtime. Like we choose a stream, and it will be a 5-hour game on you.
Make it 6. I love it.
No, it's fun.
It was an exciting night. And again, it's interesting to hear that they were down about it. I saw some guys that seemed down about it. Shoddy was a lot more down about it than I expected. But, man, if you're 1-3, you may be able to get yourself good enough in time to be like a decent team by December. But it's going to take a lot longer, and you're going to be another game down. This team needs to think that it's good. That is like challenge number 1 for 20 of the teams in the NFL, maybe more. And they traded Micah right before the season, so there's no reason for them to have believed that they were contenders this year. Being able to stand up to that team last night, given the way the first quarter went, they should at least have some belief that they can stick around.
I think it's a bit of a house of cards. You're going to have to score. You used to be like, if they got to get at least 20 a game. And this defense can keep you in it. I think it's 30 a game.
Well, the problem is it's not even just that. It's that you don't think you're going to get extra possessions because you can talk like Donovan Ezaraku's coming along, James Houston. Maybe their pass rush gets better. It's never going to be like it was the last few years where a quarter of the time the other team went out there, you're like, give me the damn rock back. That's not happening. So now the offense has to score not only a lot of points, they have to do it in fewer possessions. There's no room for error.
Yeah.
But
so you got to try to eat a little clock too.
Then that's in the back of their minds also. Yeah. It's a high wire act. But if you can keep Lamb and Pickens healthy for the bulk of the season, and Tolbert and Terp slide in nicely after that, Ferg, it's not bad. They're in it at 1-2-1.
No, it's the best 1-2-1 I think you could feel. That end of the season is still very rough schedule-wise, but this game proves they can kind of play with people. And I guess the whole NFL, man. The NFL is great.
It is.
You're like, okay, how did the New York Giants beat the Chargers? The Chargers have looked awesome this year. And what is it, transitive properties or something? That means you
doesn't work.
Can also beat the Chargers. Real quick, let's mention Window Nation. They have a flash sale, but it ends at the end of September. And what day is today?
The 29th, Dan. So this is probably
30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February, which is irrelevant to this entire conversation. September, flash sale. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, plus an extra 10% off, plus no interest for 2 years.
And we had the windows replaced at the house recently as part of the remodel, and it's a game changer. You know, the light that it brings in, it feels just so much cozier at home, just a happier place. So save your family with Window Nation and their flash sale by going to windownation.com or 866-90-NATION. In addition to everything Dan just said, if you do replace your windows, you'll get yourself a Cowboys jersey and a chance to win a pair of home game tickets. windownation.com, 866-90-NATION, the flash sale. The details are all there online. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, plus an extra 10% off. No interest for 2 years. Bring a little light into the home. Don't let those old leaky windows help you lose all that expensive, cool air conditioning. Save some money with Window Nation.
So you have one syllable in your name, Blake.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that we can shorten that ever, but I would love you to get on a good enough basis where Tirico will shorten your name. Let's go to Mike Tirico last night. He's a bro.
Familiar face in a new place. So the Packers and the Cowboys, a couple of franchises linked by championships and playoff meetings, now have a blockbuster trade to time together. For more on that, here's Melissa Stark. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Mike.
Do we shorten Melissa in these
Hi, Melissa.
this day and age?
No one, absolutely no one says that outside of the broadcast world. Think about it. Like is it just these guys? And why do they think it's okay? Like, there's no chance that Melissa, who works at Deloitte, her boss, is like, you got those reports, Melissa?
Was Tafoya NBC?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Al and Chris?
I just got to say, not sure they know what they're doing when it comes to pregame, like Garrett and all. They know what they're doing on the sideline. I'm a Melissa guy.
Dude, Melissa Stark is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, for whatever it's worth, and going back through the second half this morning, when they go to her, she has something.
Yeah.
Like because we're not listening to the game, so we don't know what's happening. But the Micah thing, she explained, like Micah had to go to the tent, wanted his helmet, but he didn't get it in time, and then you see him throwing his hands up. That was the play the Cowboys scored. And she broke the whole thing down, said he was pump faking throwing his helmet, like they were having to restrain him. Not restrain, but calm him down. And it's like, that's what I want, not wrong with her. So it's just Pam, come on.
Pam had a rough Saturday morning.
Pet and Malay.
We go to, we noticed a while back that Chris Collinsworth cannot say pass rush. He will say pash rush. And to prove it, here's every time he did it yesterday.
So the problem they have is they don't have the pass rushers to really come after the quarterback, right? So you go, all right, you got to blitz then. You got to blitz. One of the things they wanted to do for sure was take some of these defensive ends like Sam Williams and move them down inside in some pass rush situations. And right now, the pass rush isn't getting there and the zones are getting stretched. Well, and I think that's something we should talk about a little bit, is that Kenny Clark came over here, and he's a good pass rusher. And that works, Mike, because what you've done now is you've established the run. They go play action off of it, slow down the pass rush, and those linebackers stepped up. Give Matt Eberflus some credit. He hasn't changed who he is, and they just got better. The pass rushers in this game tonight, compared to what we saw a week ago against the Bears, night and day difference. And see, they're trying to get Kenneth Murray back going again. But James is a really good pass rusher. I thought he was one of the most accomplished pass rushers coming out of college. He had more pass rush moves for somebody coming out than I really had seen.
That was a yay boo yay. I was struggling saying it this morning myself while I was making fun of him. So.
Oh, right. No, it's not that easy.
There was a few times where he went with pressure, and I'm like, that's better. That's better. Stop there. Pass rush.
That's really all I got for game audio. I don't know if you guys found anything.
I got a couple things, but I didn't know if we were carrying over or not. So we'll keep it going.
Okay.
Here's
seem passive aggression.
Here's Shoddy and Melissa coming out of the second half. Oh, my bad, Blake.
Ryan, 14 points to take the lead at the end of the half. What started working?
Well, you got the blocked PAT with a big return, great momentum. We've been not running the ball great. Defense been punching the ball, but we're a team that feeds on momentum.
Feeds on it.
I would rather feed on skill,
Points.
execution. But for them, it's all momentum.
Yeah, I believe he pointed that out in the press conference too.
They feed off of it. They're a team that feeds off of it. Some teams get big turnovers and they just fall asleep on the field. They lay down. The Cowboys will go out there and seize the day. I'm going to play this next thing for you. It's an extremely generic rejoin, especially for the night games. You're going to get some local high school football. You're definitely going to get it when they're here in Dallas. And you're going to get it when the Sunday Night Crew's favorite player of all time, Jason Witten, is coaching locally.
Oh,
but
Mike.
The reason I play this for
Look at him
you.
there. He's there. He's on the sideline. He looks.
At a time of his life. I play this because
What happened to his hair? He had a
time
full
I hear
head of
this-
hair when he was in the
Remember when he played for the Raiders? That was weird, Mike. I play this because I always wonder, who is this for? And last night we were watching the game with a bunch of our friends, and I found out. Because as soon as I played it, Julie was like, that is so cute.
That is Cowboy great Jason Whitney. He's now the head coach in his school, Liberty Christian. Got a win in the Friday Night Lights over Trinity Christian. But his son was the star. Witt's son, Cooper, 2 receiving touchdowns, a sack, a pick, and a fumble return.
The best win.
I bet you Witten's never had as much fun in his whole life. Nothing better.
Yeah, you know it. You know it. Congrats to Witt, one of the all-time best.
But Witt feels like retroactive Wall of Dallas. Maybe that's what the players call them. I never heard that. But again, we wonder who's that for. We found out last night, women. Because it's cute to see dad, son, football. So if there's anything that Collinsworth and Tirico have, it's excellent chemistry.
Devontae Williams with that ghost motion involving Turpin. Gives Williams a little more space to gain 9 on a nice-looking drive here for the Cowboys.
I'm going to give you your analyst license here. Exactly right. They're going to go with this reverse action right here, and they're going, oh, they're getting the ball to Turpin on this drive. Here we go. So now they're going to fake that and create a little space, just a few eyeballs go with Turpin there.
Solid.
Does that license work in all 50 states or just Texas?
It's not worth much.
I'll just borrow yours. 3.5 here in the third.
Oh, yeah. I really love this Tirico Norm laugh.
Does that license work in all 50 states or just Texas?
It's not worth much.
And they were not done because
It says it was like he should have gone with the license does not work in all 50 states. You must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona.
Text hope.
Want me to keep going?
I don't.
Assets.
I will keep going though because the comedy hour was not done.
Play get turned.
The Packers have an offensive lineman with the last name Morgan. Speaking of Julie, she was all over this guy's lumberjack bones last night. But they were highlighting this big guy, last name Morgan. And, dude, Collinsworth, he just thinks of this stuff.
All right, let's take a look at our
First of all, that's just
so
it sounds like me doing him.
All right, let's take a look at our 4K Skycam delivered by Walmart Plus. And our guy, Captain Morgan, Jordan Morgan up front there.
Captain Morgan.
To battle.
Okay, hold on. Everyone be quiet because you're going to have to listen.
I'm sorry.
As Tirico cannot handle this guy destroying.
By Walmart Plus. And our guy, Captain Morgan, Jordan Morgan up front there trying to battle his way against Kenny Clark and all the best that the Dallas Cowboys have to offer. But, boy, you really need those young players. First-round draft pick last year. When they are thrown into the game, they have to deliver.
I'm with you here. It's just Captain Morgan. What aisle at Walmart is that? From the 30, here's Jacobs to the right. He's just thinking 3 yards to the 33-yard line.
What the fuck? Wow. It's like the funniest thing he'd ever heard in his life. That was 45 seconds ago.
Liquor. Yeah. Oh my gosh. How'd you think of that?
It's the captain.
How'd you think of that? I was looking over the roster all night last night trying to find.
Like he acted as if that was the greatest line he'd ever heard, and Chris is like, "What are you laughing at over there?"
Right, I throw away quick.
I'm with you here. It's just Captain Morgan. What aisle at Walmart is that? From the 30, here's Jacobs to the right.
And Colin's just like, wait, what are you saying?
Yeah, what are you?
Why are you highlighting this?
Dweeb, just don't finger me.
Did they say anything on the? They say anything on the broadcast about Shoddy's highlighter?
Not in the second half.
Mechanical pencil, because we were really looking at that during the stream yesterday.
Man,
sometimes so he's got the visor, and then sometimes he's got a highlighter hanging in it.
Sometimes more than one.
But it felt like
back into the passing lanes that time.
What is it when they were on defense? It was the highlighter, but then when they were on offense, he had a mechanical pencil.
Like a .7 Bic.
Have you ever used a mechanical
with
pencil?
2 tones of paint.
And they always break. Like Julie was pointing this out.
Blake's in the era.
They're terrible. Yeah. Why does he have one? Can you imagine the quick? I gotta
keeping stats. You gotta erase. Yeah.
A pencil is one. A mechanical pencils suck. What's he gonna do? Turn around white cotton and be like, "You have .7?" He's like, "Only .5. I got the thin shit."
Yeah, and replacing it.
Get a regular pencil.
Be prepared. Load those things in there.
I'm sure Sod will ask him about that for us sometime. What are you highlighting throughout the game?
I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I mean, I joked about this in the column also, but, you know, if they would have gotten stomped last night, it becomes a lot harder for him to keep the vibes up, right? And I don't know that anybody in the Cowboys media would have done this. I'll play this for you guys later, but Brian Callahan is about to fight the people that cover the Titans because they're just really – they're sarcastic. Like, oh, you said your team's message in camp was being relentless. How relentless are they now? Right. Like, that'd be like if Machota, 41-10 last night, is like, hey, how much did the ping pong and pizza parties help tonight?
They are doing
when
that.
you guys couldn't get off the third down. Like,
that's what they did in the lead up. You know, in the Friday press conference. They're like, you know, all this the dinners and everything.
That's
you did,
true. You did bring that. We did play that. Yeah, but last night I'm thinking it comes up.
Helping with the resiliency? And Shoddy's like, yes, it is. And then they go out and kind of do this, and it's like, okay, maybe going to dinner is good.
So Collinsworth is a bit. I enjoyed this laugh. Let's see, I have it queued up, right?
29, Prescott putting it up for Pickens. Safety coming over. Did Pickens bring that down? Remarkable stuff. He got it. Oh, wow. CD loves it too. First and goal, Cowboys.
Let's see.
This replay pops up.
Let's see. Does he get it done? The catch.
Just a bit.
I love him, dude.
I do too.
I think him and Greg Olsen are both great. Olsen better, but Collinsworth fun.
Yeah, Tirico haircut.
Yeah. He's a guy you want doing the Olympics.
And the Masters.
Yeah, not football. Chris Collinsworth is actually a good football player. Is that hard to believe?
Yes.
It's, I guess, but I was very, very well aware of him as a child in my book of whites.
Really?
Oh,
because he played, 80s.
Well, no, not like I watched him, but the uniform that he wore combined with being a white wide receiver, I was up to speed on those guys.
Okay, he wasn't going nuts, but I guess this is 1981. He was a rookie, 1,000-yard receiver. Oh, wait.
Yeah, like what
That's
year was
from
like
scrimmage.
Steve Largent? That was like another hero of mine growing up, right?
Yeah, I would think that's
Same era.
probably the 80s, too.
Wayne Corbett.
He had
much later, but yes.
Let's see. 8-year career, 4 1,000-yard seasons. Very Mike Evans, though. 1,009, 1,024, 1,100. Didn't go nuts, but made 3 Pro Bowls.
Imagine if he played and sling around offense.
Let's see. Second in Offensive Rookie of the Year. Who was first in Offensive Rookie of the Year that year? Was someone named George Rogers, running back, Saints. How do I not know about this person's name? 1,600 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns. That's kind of kick-ass.
Thought you hosted a sports show.
How come I don't know who George... Why didn't you tell me who George Rogers was before the show, Blake? Make me look like a fool here. What kind of a producer are you? Didn't pick me up?
Didn't ask me about the political state of play.
We good with audio?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick love for Fairlease, fairlease.org. You could shop for a car wherever you are right now. You could shop for a car. Like if you ever come to the Den and watch a stream, just sit back there and
lease
shop for a car.
While you're there. Yeah.
Lease a car. You talked about, what were you talking about earlier with the corporate accounts? Our guy Travis over at Community Mechanical kind of replaced all their vans with Fairlease vans. So they were leasing from D&M and found that they could get a much better deal through Fairlease. Fairlease bought them out of their lease, and now they are customers of Fairlease. So
don't spend all day in a dealership. Do this from wherever you like, and they'll deliver the vehicle to wherever you like.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
DZTV, Channel 27, locally in DFW, is where you can check us out tonight and every night at 9 o'clock, Monday through Friday, but you know what I mean. Also, we're in Austin on some station. I don't know which one, obviously, the Fox affiliate. And we will be available on the Fox local app if you would like to check us out. So we'll be on there tonight. You can also usually check out the Brandon Aubrey show. We'll have clips on there from that. Brandon will join us tomorrow. What else is tomorrow? You were just telling me during the break. What are we doing?
Let's do an NBR.
The monthly business review tomorrow.
Reset. No, I'm just playing, bro.
And I didn't know what else we're doing on today's show, but I have also been informed a top 3 closing remarks warning.
And there might not be 3.
A watch. What do you mean might not be 3? I'm just saying.
What is that people say, like top 2 and there ain't 2?
No,
like it's just me or something?
No, yeah, you're top 2 and you're not 2.
Yeah.
Jake put a lot of pressure on Brandon by telling me, hey, leave some time for closing remarks.
Hey, we may want to just skip the news today, bro. This guy's got heat.
It's going to be totally awesome.
Look at him.
I'll give you a little quickie of this.
The Dumb Zone presents Today in Twitter.
And because it's quickie, I'll quickie tell you that just make it sponsored by Lone Star Beer because they got great merch. LoneStarBeer.com. DumbZone21. You can get 21% off your merchandise. Definitely no watching party is complete without a little red, a little blue of Lone Star Beer. They power our parties. They have for a couple years now. Love us. They love the Lone Star, folks. They love the Lone Star. So, yeah, get some merch, get a cool hat like this one, and you could be cool like me.
LoneStarBeer.com. Use the promo code DumbZone21.
My Today in Twitter has to do with this. So there's a Twitter account, which is an upstart Twitter account, trying to glom on the popularity of the Dallas Cowboys and specifically their kicker. So this Twitter account is called Aubrey Sizzin.
Man, I thought that was a sit-in for a second.
No, it was Dan.
Yeah, I've sent Aubrey Sizzin our show before.
At Butter Aubrey.
Yeah, so that I can, because these accounts have.
Who started this?
So much of a bigger reach than we do.
No, he doesn't. He's got very few followers.
Well,
but it's been building. This is a very quick.
He gets retweeted by Jane Slater when she runs into Brandon on the field. You know that bit?
No.
Like Brandon is very well aware of this dude. He's like shouted him out.
The Butter Aubrey guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Damn it, what did I do? Hold on, let me find it again. Here it is. He's only got like 5,000 followers.
Listen, Blake, you can
like
either back me up on this or not.
Ticket intern.
If this dude retweets one of our things, it does a lot better than if someone else with 5,000 or 20,000 followers or 25 or I've watched it happen.
The Cowboys, Brandon. So,
Yeah.
But he did this, and I want to ask you if we should do some stuff like this on Twitter because we're trying to learn. We're trying to learn about monetization of.
Kind of.
We're trying to learn about imps. All we know is how to sit down and order the meal.
God, it's Monday, isn't it?
It is. Blake and I's eyes just met.
What? Oh, because you
Never
gotta
mind.
do new imps for somebody that wants too many imps? Like they want hourly imps?
You're not far off.
What'd you guys do this hour? So he does I'm going to be doing, but he writes IMA. I'ma be doing a Brandon Aubrey jersey giveaway because y'all have been showing so much love. I want to give back. Winner will be picked in 72 hours. So a picture of a Brandon Aubrey jersey. Steps to enter. Follow at Butter Aubrey. Repost and like this tweet. Comment your favorite team. I don't know what that means. But the point is...
That's gay, though.
I know.
I don't want to do that.
I know.
What are you guys considering this?
Follow me.
I'm asking
this.
right now. Do we do something that's how you get followers?
Absolutely not.
That's how
I don't want you to
You
make
just
fun
said
of,
this
I
guy's
don't want
getting
you to
so
make
much reach.
fun of this guy because I do want him as an ally, but are you out of your mind?
You're telling me how much reach he gets and how this
and that's awesome.
Like this,
that is super
Brandon
awesome.
should go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Go cash your
Follow
likes.
me.
Go to your mailbox and
Retweet
get your
this.
likes checked.
I know it sucks, but I'm asking: is that how you have to get? You put our show name on it. We don't have to put our personal thing on it.
No.
And so it's not like you're gay. It's the show's gay. Of course, the show's gay. It's trying to get imps.
I think we all understand that there are things, and by we all, I mean us and those of you listening. There are definitely things that we could do that would grow this thing or try to grow this thing that we're not going to do. We'll just keep doing this and hope it incrementally gets in front of people. We're not doing. What are you talking about?
If we put this out from the account, all of our real, true subscribers would light us on fire.
That's the problem. Most of his followers are gay. So they look at it and they're like, well, I mean, this is just normal.
And you just told me if he retweets something of ours, everybody's going to go nuts over
the Backstreet Boys sold a lot of records. It's not. And I think the guy's cool, got a cool account. I want him to promote our stuff. Brandon shouted him out. There should be an account dedicated to Brandon Aubrey. But no, we're not. Like and subscribe to give away. Like and subscribe to have Clayton come over and punch you in the face. People would enjoy that. Our listeners way more.
They would rather have Clayton punch me in the face than have the opportunity.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. All this guy does is buy one jersey.
No, it's really this. I would rather Clayton punch me in the face than like a tweet, retweet it, and comment with my favorite team.
Don't forget to tag a friend.
And tag a friend.
Yeah.
What if I could raise money for ALS
and
you put a funny video on it?
I was young and dumb once.
That was when you were tweeting like Chase Utley to give you a follow back.
It wasn't me. I was tweeting Leah Remini, and it worked.
It did work 20 years later, right?
Yeah.
And that was Today in Twitter.
You're not going to let me put the Ryan Medellin Twitter behavior on you?
No.
Just because you were the same age?
No.
Tweeting celebrities?
I was not tweeting Alex Goligoski for a retweet.
Damn. What's the biggest account to retweet you?
I wasn't doing that. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Mine's Jake Kemp.
Jake has retweeted you?
Clayton's new to Twitter.
I don't believe in social media.
He's got leather to whittle.
I don't think you believe in social.
Carve.
Right? Just being social in
Very
general.
true.
Clayton loves when nobody's around.
I don't blame him, dude.
He said he would love those streams more if we just didn't invite anyone.
No, Dan asked me, hey, are you going to be all right with like extra people sitting around you? I was like, well, Dan, I have a general disdain for people, but whatever it takes to get this thing off the ground.
Be it 1 or 100, I wish there were fewer.
Clayton's an interesting study. does exude. He's giving bitter. He's giving I don't want to be here, and then he just goes out and kills it. Like, I'm really loving the stream, dude.
Look, I'm going to give you 1,000%, but I'm not going to like doing it.
And you're going to
That's my
tell,
thing.
you're going to let us know that
that's
you
fine
also
with
don't
me.
like doing it. Yeah. All right, I will unfollow and
no, we
like what the butter guy. You want me to follow the butter guy now?
We want to be friendly.
Okay. You know what would help me perhaps is some early bird CBD.
Oh, wow.
Because early bird CBD does not, well, it does actually have THC. So if you get drug tested at work, well, unless you work for the Dumb Zone, because we will drug test you to make sure that you have THC.
Yeah, we do like they do with athletes that are trans, where we test the level in you. And if you don't have enough real THC, then we send you home for the day. We also demand that you pay less than full price, which you can do at earlybirdcbd.com with a new promo code, DumbZone20.
All right.
You want to take a guess at what that's good for?
20 Brandon Aubrey
off.
jerseys.
20% off if you like and subscribe at earlybirdcbd.com. Promo code's DumbZone20. Perfect for maybe, let's say you got to go out to dinner with your friends, right? And they pick a restaurant in Fort Worth that you know has a 2-hour wait at 6 o'clock, and you're going to be there the whole time.
That sounds really specific.
Perhaps early
This does not
bird
sound like a
CBD
general thing that everybody
could
would
be
really
there
know.
for you in those times of need at earlybirdcbd.com. Promo code DumbZone20.
So you're going out with tons of drinkers because they build that in. Like, oh.
I'll tell you about this tomorrow.
Oh, all right. How about the news then?
Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
Let's see here. Wild story that feels like I should have known about this one. So Epstein has been all the rage for the last handful of years, and in fact, there was a Trove has got to be on the list, right?
Treasure.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was
that's a good one.
What other kind of trove?
treasure
is it?
trove of emails from the Epstein situation were made public this weekend, I think by Bloomberg, and it's all just exactly what you think it is. Every single, from Alan Dershowitz to whoever, every powerful person he was talking to, after he had already been arrested and put on house arrest for sex crimes. Like, the big question has been like, did all these people know? How could they have known? And they fucking knew. It's in the emails. They're like asking him. He's like asking people questions about like, so if you take somebody from one state to another, but it's underage, like which laws am I triggering here? Everybody knew. But I'm not here today to talk to you about Epstein. I'm here today to talk to you about a case that is equally horrific, but with a local tie. There's a guy named Howard Rubin. He is a Wall Street financier. He was sued some 7 years ago in civil court for sex trafficking, along with his assistant. Her name is Jennifer Powers. They won that case. Again, it was a civil case, so they did not. They were not found, civilly liable for sex trafficking or sexual assault. But Friday, they were charged criminally for sex trafficking. This billionaire financier, who's like in his 60s, and his 45-year-old assistant, Jennifer Powers.
Is this the Southlake lady?
Powers was arrested in Southlake on Friday, where she moved from New York, from Manhattan in 2020, and bought a home that he paid for. I've got a number of photos of Mrs. Powers here for you guys to look at. Now, in the local media, her face is blurred out. His face is not. But
I'm not
we go
applauding
beyond
the blur.
we go beyond the mainstream, Dan, to see if we can find photos, and we did. This is it maybe not Epstein level as far as underage, but this dude had a sex dungeon where, and again, I think it's possible some of them were underage.
Is a dungeon always underground, like a basement?
No, this one was not.
Okay.
It probably should, but
Because I was thinking, with the foundations here in Texas, very difficult to have a sex dungeon.
It's got to be, yeah.
But in general, the dungeon is thought of as a basement.
Yes, but this is
Castle. The dungeon is not on the second floor.
Correct, and I know that they do have plenty of underground housing in New York, but where most of the billionaire sex weirdos live is there, and they don't have, or pick your big city in Asia or Europe, and they're having to, like this guy did, create his sex dungeon in his penthouse in Manhattan. So he has a 2-bedroom apartment or penthouse in Manhattan that he does not live at. It is just there for sex dungeoning. The walls are all painted red because there's a multiple affidavits here. There's the one from the civil case. There's the current one. It's extremely detailed. It's all BDSM stuff. Like I said, it was all painted red. It had a lot of the tools that they needed in there. Her job was she was basically the G-Max. The lady in Southlake was. It was her job to recruit the women and get them to New York and to clean the room, manage the residents, and deal with any fallout that came from,
so to speak,
this situation. Yeah, be it women, going to the authorities or threatening to do so, or complaints from people in the building, like, "Hey, I feel like you're sex torturing somebody in there," and she's like, "All right, let me handle this." Yeah, I went back and read a story on the civil case, and it's because she was deposed, and it's they've got text messages from her where she's like, "I could hear you in there." Like, that one was a little much, and she actually text the guy, like, "Were you shocking her pussy?" And he was. There was a time, there was a case that she had to deal with. She was his Mike the Cleaner too, right? Where he was banging a woman so violently that her implant became inverted, and it cost $20,000 to get it fixed, which he just, of course, had to pay out of pocket on the spot right there. Like, I broke your implant.
Wow. That's some good sexing.
Yeah.
Haven't you always assumed, like, if you lose a civil case, certainly that never then goes to criminal? Because doesn't it take a little less proof of guilt to get it, like OJ?
But there's also the other type of situation where you get sued civilly. They don't have enough evidence back in 2017, 2018. But from that point, Cosby style, now there's maybe a few more women
Can you not
7 or 8 years who are like, I think I'd actually like to put my name on this.
So is that a double jeopardy on each thing? Like, you've been sued civilly, you're innocent. They can't sue you civilly again?
I believe, but
Brandon, are you a lawyer?
I'm not. No.
Well, then why you can't help me here?
For his part, Howard Rubin, he said in a deposition that because he and her would have all these women sign NDAs saying that they were not under the influence and they were not being coerced or under duress. Now, again, I don't think this is an underage thing.
Is it like a Jerry Lewis thing? I'm coercing you to say you were not coerced.
It feels like that. And so a lot of these women, they say, some of them were like models, and some of them were, people who were extremely down on their luck. And a lot of times it was both.
But these are not underage.
No, but it's a situation where somebody comes there and they're like, yeah, you're going to come here and have sex with this guy for $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to sign this thing. And then they show up there and the sex goes way beyond what they actually agreed to, but they are physically in a dungeon with nothing they can do about it. And they've just signed a thing saying nothing happened here. And this woman, who is 45 now, and as you can see in all those images, because there's a few more of them, you'll see, there's one with her and her husband that I want you guys to see. That's her husband, who is a DJ.
What?
He looks like Fabio.
He looks like Fabio.
DJ Steve Powers.
Yeah.
It's a porn name.
Yeah. He looks kind of Fabio, Passion of the Christy. and that's her husband. Not the guy she worked for, but so she's 45 now. She's 35 when this was, I guess, really popping off. Moved to South Lake in 2020. This lady's just been living amongst us, Dan. Here she is in Town Square with at like Oktoberfest with her dragon decked out family. This lady looks like every single woman that is mean to the lady at McAllister's when I go pick up my food. And she's running.
They are kind of slow.
It's all right. Establish the run. Like it's not.
Yeah, let's check the food in there too, huh?
You don't think they always get it right?
They get it right maybe 50% of the time. And so I go through this big thing every time I'm picking up food there. I'll take the staples out of the bag, and they look at me like they're all mad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's not tomatoes on this sandwich? And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the Spud Max used to be big.
Treat me like I'm the a-hole.
Do you feel like, when you do that, do you feel like a guy at a deal with a knife who just cuts the package open and just stares the guy right in the face?
That's pure.
Numb it up.
That's pure.
But they get offended that you're checking the quality of the product and you have to draw on them.
Hey,
that's my life.
The biggest thing after COVID is you have to be able to have a to-go business that doesn't F up.
Yeah.
Because driving back, what is it? There's an expensive taco place in
Torchy's?
It's not Torchy's, but it's in South Lake, right around there.
Chiloso.
So we had ordered from there.
It's fire. By the way,
it's great.
Sales at dumbzone.com. I mean, the ROI these folks are getting.
Would love a promo code for Chiloso.
Right.
They're not going to like this.
McAllister, and see, that's why I'm saying it, is that I now none of these people will, but we can make this problem right for you.
Yeah, so what was not in, there was some key item that we really needed. Was it the cheese or something? It wasn't a major item, but it was a key item.
Like that lady on Twitter during COVID.
Yeah.
My wife can't have her fajitas.
19 minutes without
It was something like that.
The Allen,
So I had
Texas
drove
location.
there.
What a time.
Picked up the food, driven back, find out the cheese isn't there, drive back. That's a 15-minute drive.
Yeah, it is.
Drive there, get the manager, like, hey, whatever it was cheese, it was rice, it was something small. It wasn't the main meal.
But integral.
Integral. And I'm like, this isn't, and then they're like, really? And I'm like, here's the receipt.
Really?
Okay. Like they were like,
how about I really blow this place up?
They were kind of
like,
like
guys are closing.
giving me a lot of attitude. I'm like, what do you? Because it was like an hour before that I had ordered this, or an hour and a half, and now it's like, what do you think my plan here is? Do you think that I'm scamming you out of this? $1.50 that you charge for this cheese, it actually costs you 20 cents. On the bottom line, and then I'm gonna just sit. I sat in the parking lot for an hour, so that I can then come in and get another thing of cheese.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why am I getting attitude here? Shouldn't I get the? I'm so sorry. You had to drive all the way back. I'm so sorry. Like, at least just be performative. When I let you in traffic, give me a finger wave. Give me a something. I just want
that's over the line, but I'm with you.
pleasantness
I'm with
in
you on
society.
customer service. You're paying them. It is a job.
Yeah, but
it is the job.
He was doubting me.
I know, and I don't like it.
Go kick his ass for me. You could do it if anybody could. Although it was like 8 months ago, I'm not sure if he still works there.
I'll get to the bottom of this for you. But also, sales at dumbzone.com. We have these football streams. Your food will be on the... anyways.
What was the story?
Well, there's a sex trafficking case.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's gnarly, too.
She's mean to people at McAllister's.
We could probably keep
That's
going.
Right. That's how we got there.
But
can you have a dungeon that's not painted red and black?
I don't think it can be painted nothing.
Can it be like pink and like a light purple?
Mm-mm.
Like kind of a festive-y. Can you have a festive themed dungeon, but you still got the whip hanging there?
Yeah, like a floral wallpaper?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It would maybe make your attitude a little better in the dungeon.
No, that makes you a serial killer.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine Dahmer having the dungeon with a nice floral print on the wall. Don't be a weirdo. Let's see. And we're going to keep track of this story. This could get juicy. This feels like it might have a documentary on its way here, because there's a lot of hot stuff. The lady's hot. It's in South Lake. We like what we're seeing. Kyle, Texas. What? It's not the meeting of the Kyles.
Okay.
Did you think
that was the first thing that came to mind.
I have the name for the documentary.
What do you got?
Go ahead.
Dungeons and Dragons.
It's not bad.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's not bad at all. We like the local tie-in.
That should be the headline if South Lake had a local newspaper.
So
throw her on the cover.
Boy, that's excellent.
Throw her on the cover of South. What is that South Lake magazine? South Lake Style.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. Put a hot on the. They always want to put a hot on the cover or a local athlete.
This is a guy who knows how to work in tantalizing media right here. How to get your base instinct all fired up.
That's the cover for today's podcast.
How proud are you now? Tell your parents.
That hot? Dungeons and Dragons? Name of the show.
Now you have more work to do.
I guess I got to make a thumbnail now.
So, yeah.
Keep your mic
reward. There is a tree in Kyle, Texas with a name.
Where Ghislaine is, right?
Great tie-in, yes. Ghislaine Maxwell has been moved to a low-security pillow fight prison in Kyle, Texas with Elizabeth Holmes. Is that for... Are you trying to get Blake's attention? Or
Yeah.
This tree is named Jolene. It's 400 years old. Older than the country. And this has been a subject of controversy because it is blocking development in the city. So they had a city council vote a few months ago.
Don't.
They voted 6-1
to not cut it down.
To relocate the tree.
No, don't do that.
It'll die.
They say it won't, but you certainly have to think that it's a possibility. There were protesters. There's a petition. The road needs to be expanded, and having it the way that it is now with the tree is a danger. And I think I'm only doing this story for my own therapy because we cut down a tree, and I still feel like a dickhead about it.
How old was that tree?
I mean, it wasn't 400, but it had to have been 150. Like,
Did you count the rings?
No, but if you go up to the Botanic Gardens in Grapevine, they have a tree that's 275 to 300. I think it's like mid 1700s, and it's a similar area size wise. Wasn't that different? I think I had a 200-year-old tree. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was old and it's gone, and I feel like very.
You needed
bad.
an office.
Office is dope. It's pretty great. Alvord, Blake.
There
anything?
are other trees in the world too.
Right.
Did you plant one to replace that?
I paid Kawhi Leonard's.
Oh yeah.
Indians, right?
I think yes. Wise County, and that's important. If you're not from around here, Dan, to know where we're talking about when we do this story about Alvord, Texas.
Oh, Bulldogs! Damn it. Alford Indians.
Alford with an F maybe is an Indian, but a teacher in Alvord ISD has had to issue an apology. Now, this is a good time one, not a social media one, not a beating a kid with autism one. This teacher had to apologize. There was a bit of a rumor going around that the parents caught wind of from their students, and the rumor was that an advanced animal science teacher at Alvord, which out there I would imagine they actually have, because there's probably a lot of FFA going on, a lot of agriculture. An advanced animal science teacher at Alvord High, the rumor was, fed an ailing kitten to a snake before the start of the school day in front of the kids. This rumor, of course, was untrue, the teacher says. The teacher says that they did it before school and the kids were not in the room. They just told the kids about it later. So that's the alibi.
So they did.
She definitely did this. She later acknowledged, this is from the superintendent. So she feeds, before they have kittens in the class. They're not doing well. She fed one of them to a snake in class before school started. The kids got there, and she, quote, later acknowledged this decision to her class and permitted a student with parental consent to take the remaining ailing kittens home. So, can I tell you how I think this happened? Given the information I have, we have a group of sick kittens in this class. She needs to get rid of them. She fed one of them to a snake. And the kid showed up and she said, you notice there's one less kitten here. I asked you guys if anybody would take these on Friday, and you said no. Well, one of them, we got rid of it this morning. You can see the other 7 over there. Who would like to take these? Or do we do this again tomorrow? Because what is the implication of?
Yeah.
Well, they're all sick.
Why even tell them?
Why tell them and then say you can take the rest of them if your parents say it's okay?
What age is the class?
It doesn't say, but it's a high school.
Okay. Yeah.
The teacher, an experienced educator and animal lover, has apologized to the students for her actions and voluntarily removed all snakes from her classroom. She wasn't a real bitch about it. The NBC asked the school where the teacher obtained the ailing kittens, but has not yet received a reply.
And then the word ailing can mean a lot of things too.
Right. But if you want to spin it a little bit here, if you are an animal science teacher, the mistake here is that you didn't feed it to him in front of the kids. Like, if you're gonna do it, let the boy watch. Let him learn something, right?
You just got to you can't feed a beloved animal to a snake in front of people.
Even an Albert, apparently.
Kitten is the beloved on the beloved list. It's only like kitten and puppy, right? You can get a rat, a mouse.
I could see
probably even a ferret.
I could see a city kid being affected by like a hamster getting gnawed by a copperhead, but out there, man, I don't know if this is still a thing or not. But are we doing dissections?
We were.
Man, I did not fare well in that environment, my guys.
No, man.
I got a gag reflex, formaldehyde, that just this, God, dude.
Otherwise, I'd be a doctor. If I could just even take a little of that.
I mean, I think, you're a very smart, organized person. So I could see a world where you would be a good doctor if you weren't a gash.
I am a gash. What can you do? You are what you eat.
The superintendent blow me up.
Dang.
Superintendent told NBC, this is very much a faces of death thing. The superintendent said the ailing kittens that were taken home by the student later died.
Okay, so that's...
What do you want them to do? Learn or not learn?
I guess you want them to not learn.
So I used to watch Faces of Death, and they would have some guy with a voice coder thing on, and they'd show a boat wreck. There'd be 70 people on some cruise or some big yacht, and it would crash and catch on fire, and they're like, 38 people died. The other 22 died later. Yeah, we know. George Pickens.
How many?
You add more time, more events can happen.
So when you say
all of them,
there are more than one Faces of Death video.
Yeah, it was yeah.
Was it a box set or something?
It was a box set.
Like it was an actual series.
Yes,
called Faces of Death.
Correct. I never had it on anything beyond VHS.
I've always heard of it, but never really had desire to watch any of it.
Well, I'll tell you how it happened for us was you just got to have the buddy, Brevig, who you know well, work at a tape store, and not Blockbuster. You got to have a guy who works at a place with a mirror, and you could get whatever you want, But then beyond that, as I told you last week, just thinking about my generation's place in society, there was a website called like Morbid Reality on like Internet 1.0, and it was, that's all it was. It was just images of like the craziest thing you could imagine.
So is that before you were porn age?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have, so I'm talking 7th grade here. And so, yeah, I don't think we had like porn at home. There was no porn on the internet at home. You
weren't just thinking about porn all the time.
No, not yet. I mean, we were thinking about,
because when the internet popped up,
maybe thinking about
for me,
poon
I was
all
like,
the time.
whoa.
But we weren't thinking we were not thinking about pornography. No. In fact, I would say that if you were to check the browser for that 7th grade quote unquote shop class, it was probably 80% gore, 20% sexual. And the sexual parts were probably like funny. Like, oh, look, it's a guy with elephantitis having sex. I'll head over to third period reading after this.
I watched this video of a horse.
Right, I saw this guy in Enumclaw get killed by horse dick. And there's your news.
All right. How many times has that phrase closed a newscast here in Dallas?
The Dumb Zone News.
Did your wife know of the South Lake lady?
And subscribe.
Or like, were you aware? You were aware of that story somehow, right? Is it not? Is it in the?
My buddy, who's the CEO of a restaurant chain, sent it to me this weekend.
Fantastic.
I don't know if it's a restaurant. You don't call that a restaurant, right?
I mean, it's so much more than.
I have a good CEO friend.
It's so much more than a restaurant.
Let's say viewer mail birthdays. The last sponsor on our run sheet, we'll do that on Thursday, okay, dude? That's what I was texting Blake about. So Frankel and Frankel will bring us viewer mail birthdays. Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys. We implore you, get in an accident. And then, right?
First things first.
What's the copy points?
Don't get hurt.
The copy points
if you
are
do, though.
Correct. Or perhaps you know someone.
Okay, the word if should be if you get in an accident, not when you get or go get in an accident.
817 or 214. It's 817 or 214 333 They have professionals over there, the Frankels and Gene Burkett, who have worked for the insurance companies. They know the tricks of the trade. And like I said, it's maybe you have a family member, somebody who gets mixed up in a car accident. They're telling you how poorly they're being treated. No more at 817 or 214 333 3333.
So viewer mail birthdays, we have Dear Torta Tickler.
Okay.
I want to wish my heterosexual life partner, Adrian Lopez, happy birthday. His birthday was September 15th, so I'm super late. Like a period. But that's how we Mexicans roll. His leaders are Dan's riding mower seat, Jake's hyena howl laugh, and the Dragon Den bathroom spider mascot, Vanessa. Moment of silence for Vanessa. He's a proud member of the Mexican Beehive and founding member of the Dumber Zone. Oh, is that the...
Mm-hmm.
There's like a podcast...
We met these dudes.
Called the Dumber Zone.
Yeah, at the summer event.
Is it still rolling?
I think so.
Does it reflect poorly on us that even a podcast about our podcast has not asked us to guest on it yet? They're like, oh, we have so much to get to first.
I know.
That's tough.
Keep doing what you're doing and chase them pesos. Always C, I mean P, I'm going to say.
That guy rules.
The punt.
Yeah.
He wants us to punt from Beto. Or Beto. I would think it was Beto, but then Beto O'Rourke is like, no. Dear IDF of the Vagaza Strip. This is Jared from Oxnard. Sunday was my 38th birthday. Is this the guy we met to have
oysters
or something?
Yes.
Overrated oysters.
Until Blake then ate oysters with his friend Steve Berline, and
wasn't it about
declared them
28
great.
degrees and windy?
What are we doing?
Super cold.
Hey, the guys who will
expensive.
complain about the weather in California on the beach as we eat fresh oysters.
We had a limited amount of days that we were there, and one of the meals you said,
first
let's go outside.
This is such horseshit.
My first one. Hey, welcome to California. Eat this cold raw fish thing.
Don't worry, it's only like $45 per 7 of them.
Right, and you're not going to get full.
Anyway, this dude was cool, though.
Take
Jared?
you guys to Hardee's and call it a day from now on.
I was not woken up in that special way, but I did do some hot socks-on moosing.
Oh.
You are my leaders, but I'm a proud member of the Smoked a J with Jake Club and then watched L.A. car chases and a mediocre Mark Maron special.
Yeah.
Love you guys. F the Aggie cancellation guy, Jared Walsh.
We had a great night.
That was a fun night.
We stayed up, ordered pizza. Matt Grimm went and hooked it up. That was
Oh,
a lot
so
of
we
fun.
did eat. So somebody got full.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get oysters. You have a pizza
We
2
gotta order-
hours later.
Let's shotgun a pizza with this. Just say it was a bad choice for a place to eat.
Yeah, I don't feel that way. So
You're like, oh, yeah, I've been walking by this for years.
Yes,
Try
I
That
committed the
Garage
sin.
Doors presents On This Day
I
in
just
History.
knew that Spencer McKenzie's is up there.
There's
with
no
like,
fries in these oysters.
It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a 5-star on Yelp, Jake will go to it.
It's true.
This is like, I remember.
It's 5 stars to 49.
I enjoyed it, Jake.
I remember like my mom used to always just constantly be like, nobody appreciates me. You guys don't appreciate me. And I'm like, gosh, she's just always, what's that? And now I get it. It's not, you don't need to expect them to appreciate what you do for them. That's okay.
So today's Monday, September 29th.
The guy who wants the Cowboys to replace prime rib with Frito pie is dealing takes.
On
Sorry.
this day in 1982,
Kind of a forgotten time.
Tylenol. Extra strength Tylenol capsules laced with deadly cyanide killed the first of 7 victims in the Chicago area. And this is a case of, so they got away with that, huh?
It truly is.
As that remains unsolved.
All 7 victims immediately solved a Rubik's Cube right before their passing, though.
And Tylenol, yes, it's kind of stayed out of the limelight until now. They're like, what? What are we doing?
You know, everyone is trying to skirt the R word.
Mm-hmm.
They're now calling kids Tylenol babies.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty funny to me.
That's solid coding.
On this day in 1986, I must first tell you about August 1st, 1985.
This is going to have to do with baseball, I bet.
Jay Bell.
Yeah. Damn.
Told you.
Was the Twins' first-round draft pick in 1984. So a very hot prospect back in the day. And was traded to the Cleveland Indians for Bert Blyleven, former Ranger great, current Hall of Famer. But so 1985, the Jay Bell for Bert Blyleven trade happened. So I was very excited. Especially on this day in 1986, when Jay Bell is called up, the late season call-up, and he became the 10th player in Major League history to hit a home run on the very first pitch he sees in the major leagues. Now, what makes this extra exciting is that pitch was thrown by Bert Blyleven.
Wow.
The
How about
guy
that?
he was traded for 1 year prior. It was also the 47th home run of the season against Bert Blyleven, which broke the Major League record of 46 home runs, which was set in 1956.
Do you remember where you were?
Yeah, I was watching the game on my phone on the toilet. If you could have told little Dan, someday, while you're sitting on the toilet, you will watch a game on your phone. He said, what? And
you doing a lot of that?
What?
You doing a lot of that?
No, I'm just.
Are you a quick hitter or?
What does that mean? A quick potty man? No. I'm in there for a while. We're bringing the computer in. We're bringing a book. Like in case I get bored doing one thing, I got to have another thing too. Like we might have a numb foot.
Have you ever had to go get a charger?
Like waddle over to get a charger.
Long.
Yeah, I've like DoorDashed a charger. Then they go get one and bring it to me real quick. And then today is Monday, September 29th. September 29th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
We're going to work our way back. So beginning in 2022, we were on this day squarely in Dan's no cap era.
Oh, great.
Just hitting us with no cap all the time. In 2021...
And you wrote it on your notes.
Oh, yeah.
This guy said no cap again.
Of course.
All right.
I probably had a no cap counter at one point. In 2021, Lyle Collins got popped for COVID. And rather than just sit the 2 games, he bribed the guy that did the test. Do you remember this?
I do. Yeah, because we had heard of guys doing it with drug testers before. Wow. I did not recall that until you just mentioned it.
And then I saw this on the broadcast last night. On this day in 2021, YouTube TV and NBC were trying to fight to come to an agreement. And they're doing that again. So I guess the 3-year deal, 4-year deal is up.
That was scrolling on the game last night, yeah.
So while we were doing the segment, Jake's wife texted him that they can't lose the Bravo channel.
I mean, it's ESPN for women.
You're about to lose Sunday Night Football, but yeah, not...
Real Housewives.
Yeah, right. For Bravo. And then we did an NBA segment, and we were playing some audio. KP said that him and Luka could be good together if Luka will just pass the ball.
Man, I don't miss those. The badges I wear from those battles.
And then the very next thing we did, we were mocking Kyrie over his vaccination status and just how far we've come to where Kyrie is our hero. KP sucks. Luka's gone. Yeah. And then in 2020, I actually have some audio for this. Because, Jake, you went on a Seattle radio station. I assume the Cowboys and Seahawks were playing this week. And you went on the Tom and Curly show. Do you remember anything about this?
Yeah, vaguely. I mean, I don't want to blow up your spot, but they play sound effects, right? Yeah. I couldn't tell if it was a joke, but if you're the guest, you don't care because it's not really a prank on you, but it felt like Weenie in the butt, right? They're the type of show that they want to get a guy on to talk shit, not for your opinion.
Right.
On the game, right?
So as if you're a Cowboy fan.
You know what you're getting into.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, I like these bits.
I know.
Yeah, this is a great bit. So they bring you on, and I guess the first thing they do is they, oh, Stephen A. Smith hates the Cowboys. That kind of rile you up. And you're like, no.
I was way worse at this 5 years ago, surprisingly.
They had a gallery
in
studio, so it's very weenie in the butt. I just want to play a couple things. This first one, you start to jab back, and you call their quarterback, Russell Wilson, a dork.
Ooh.
And they didn't really like that.
Your opinion after watching what Russell Wilson has been doing to defenses, you must have thought at some point, I wonder if I can leave this city and apply for a job in Seattle to do sports. Is that true, Mr. Kemp?
Yeah, I've heard quite a bit about the cost of living, so I'm not sure that I could cut it there and find a proper gig. But look, I mean, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm a football fan, and it's an absolute injustice that Russ doesn't have an MVP to this point in his career.
Absolutely.
A lot of times when guys get the somewhat sympathy MVP, they don't really deserve it anymore. Russ is going to get it while he still does.
Yeah.
He's still at the top of his game. He's still in his prime. It's absolutely a crime that he hasn't won one already. I think he's got 5-6 years of dominance left in him. So He's a bit of a dork, but at the end of the day, he's a very fun guy to watch play football, and I dread it every single time the Cowboys run into him.
So you hear a little bit of it and skip ahead.
Yeah, he is cooking. Dre's, any questions for our Dallas Cowboy fan here?
Look, Jake, I don't like you taking pot shots at my quarterback, but that's okay. We're going to let the dork cook this week. I need to know, you guys have looked good for all.
Okay, then he gets to his question, but he wanted to get that little thing in there.
Yeah, and you can hear somebody like laughing in the background. It's like
they're sitting.
Yeah, I'm just killing with this horrible sports point.
Let's just do this one. This one just says sound effect bit.
We do this with everybody, so just hold on 1 second. Are you ready? I'm going to ask you a scenario question. You ready? Are the Seahawks playing here at home? They are, right? We're at home, right? Okay, good. You ready? Here's what happens. Ready? Hit the music. The Seahawks bus pulls up. You are disguised as a hot dog then, with a bad New York accent. You have a frying pan in your right hand, assuming you're right-handed, Jake, and with that frying pan, you can hit one Seahawk over the head as they step off of the bus. You get on a horse because you're from Dallas, and everybody from Dallas knows how to ride horses. The horse travels away from CenturyLink Field. You've got the slightly unconscious Seahawk on the back of that horse. You, at this point, have an opportunity to take that Seahawk that you have knocked slightly unconscious and tear his jersey asunder and put him in a Dallas Cowboys uniform. What Seahawk do you steal to play for the Cowboys to change the outcome of the game? I asked you, Jake Kemp.
Man, that is a tough one because I would take Russ, but again, I don't want a dork playing quarterback for me, so I'm going to take Jamal. I want Jamal. I want the guy with Dallas roots. I want the guy who wanted to come to Dallas if Dallas would have been dumb enough to give up 2 firsts and a third to get him.
God, dude, I was trying so hard to be Bob.
Was. How about that?
Tracy took one more shot at you there, Trace. All right.
Ooh.
What I should have said was, I just want to steal this bit.
Yeah, dude.
That's the only thing I care about.
Like this
right
easy little 2-second question you made into 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah. And we've been talking, we've got to do more. We do this, we probably just got to have more guests or something, but we do this with all our guests.
Yeah.
I love that bit. Whether they do it or not. I was in for the ride.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Tom and Curly, man.
Yeah.
Tom and Curly.
Good
Other
time.
birthdays today. Steve Busby is 76.
Number.
Former Ranger. Is he a former Ranger or just an elf?
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. Take a look at Steve Busby's. No, he never played for the Rangers.
For real?
For real.
I know the bulk of it wasn't here, but that is
In fact,
very
look at
surprising
his
to me.
baseball reference page.
Not long.
8-year career. Great first 4 years. WAR 1.3, 2.6, 6.5, then 6.0, and then wins 16. Called up, so he won 3 games in his first year. 16 his second year. That might have been when he had 2 no-hitters. 22 wins, then 18, and then he falls off a cliff. Did he get a significant injury?
Yes.
Oh, he did? Because innings pitched, 238, 292, 260. Steve Busby was an ass kicker.
The torn rotator cuff ended him. This is pre-Tej.
Oh.
Or at least right around the time.
That's not a rotator cuff.
Is that the ulnar collateral something? I've heard those words. And
Your
I just
Tommy
don't
John
want
is
to-
just your elbow, the ligament there?
Yeah.
Well, this one says, it just says previously would end your career. A pitch count was recommended. He is thought to be the first pitcher ever placed on a pitch count.
Pussy.
I promise you that's what he said.
Right.
And he's like, I'd rather quit.
Yeah, his
I'd rather
teammates
just
were
retire.
like, what? You're going to pull him after 5 innings? Kevin Durant is 37. Former Longhorn.
A mysterious career.
Ken Norton Jr., 59.
Really wanted to be him.
Former Cowboy.
He would punch the goalpost bag to honor his father after a big defensive play. I thought that ruled.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah. Cowboys had a lot of dudes who would celebrate back in those days.
Dude, it's so fun watching that documentary. It is sprinkled with Jerry is overly great stuff, but it's
you did it the right way by spacing it out.
It's really fun. I might like to go back and just watch what you said is the best document, just a thing on the 90s Cowboys in general. Like, they're unbelievable. Anyway, Tyler Malley is 31.
Pitcher?
That's a current Ranger, my friend.
That's right. I couldn't remember if he was still here or not. He was hurt, right?
That's when the season fell apart.
Yeah, you're not replacing a Malley.
No.
You don't just go out there to the Malley tree. Calvin Johnson is 40. He never had a 300-yard receiving game, did he?
Against Dallas, my friend.
Yeah, against Brandon.
Okay,
Cooper.
That is
thinking it was 200.
the Chris
300?
Durham day. It was 3. It was maybe. I used to know the exact number, and I'm disappointed I don't, because it might be closer to 4 than it is 3.
Bro,
I'm going to say it's 369.
What kind of a fantasy week would that be?
I'm going to say he went 12 for 369, and that's also the game that Stafford did the fake spike.
Yeah, 329.
Damn it. He did a fake spike, and then Matt Stafford's awesome. Calvin Johnson, this is going to maybe piss people off, like the Wayne Gretzky thing. I think of Calvin Johnson as the most dominant wide receiver to ever play the game.
Well, why would that piss anyone off?
So therefore the best. Like, you can't say he was better than Jerry Rice because people do the longevity thing. Calvin Johnson's the best wide receiver to me ever. Like, the whole package.
Yeah, but if Jerry Rice was in a slinging around offense,
that's one of the
you might
things.
have a different.
And see, with Calvin, his numbers were suppressed because he was on such great teams that had the ability to get everyone involved.
Yeah, you're looking at a 46-point day.
That's it? I would have thought more. 300 yards? Cardale Jones, 33.
I thought he was good.
He didn't come here to play school, though. That's one of the greatest tweets of all time.
His tweet is, why should we have to go to class if we came here to play all caps football? We ain't come to play school. Classes are pointless. Football, school, and pointless are all caps.
And some 8 years later, when he got his degree, he posted that tweet with it in his cap and gown.
We ain't come to play school. Dave Aranda, 48.
Man.
I don't know if he's
feels like things are
longer.
He kind of reminds me of like Tobias Funke if he were a football coach. Don't ask me to explain that. Brian who?
Bryant Gumbel, 77.
Wait, what was Aranda's weird thing? Did he bring up midgets or something?
He did. He was talking about Wolf of Wall Street. We could probably find that. He was talking about Wolf of Wall Street and the scene he had just seen where they're throwing midgets.
Are you searching Aranda or searching midget? How did you label that?
I probably just played it on the fly.
You know, hey, this midget, Wall Street, when they're talking about throwing midgets, and it's like, you know, hey, this midget,
this year, by the way,
can he, can he roll there? And he go, no, he doesn't roll. You throw him. You know what I mean? And they're made for throwing. And then after a while, they start talking, and they go, well, you know what? I think if you start talking, they may think they know we're making fun of them. The midgets may think that we're making fun of them, so then I'm going to start, they may get mad at us. And then the guys go, well, what we need to do is make them think they're one of us. And they go, one of us. And I think that's the thing with coaching, call it recruiting.
Definitely. I'm with him. Got to get everybody buying in.
Everybody buying in. Andrew Dice Clay is 68. When are we going to break down the Dice Man Cometh?
I'm positive I have a page of notes on it somewhere.
Haven't we been vowing to do that for years?
Isn't the Dice Man in Uncut Gems? He's great.
I don't know. He was in a couple things.
He's like Adam Sandler's father-in-law or something.
He had a little run where he was in a few movies, like a Woody Allen movie. A couple other things, like kind of at the same time. That was his comeback.
I'm thinking of something else. A Star is Born. Andrew Dice Clay is like Gaga's dad in that movie.
Good movie.
This is what I want. I wish this is where I would get Henry involved. Like, I just want a weekly review of something like that, which would then become monthly.
Yeah, I was like, you want this fall or?
Because I'd like to know what Blake thinks of it, but I kind of feel like Blake's just one of us.
Of A Star is Born?
No, of Dice Man Cometh.
Oh. Let's see. Runner-up for Dumb Zone Birthday of the Day, Mackenzie Crook, 54. That is Gareth from the British Office, which is great. And very short, if I'm recommending something to you. Oh, and the Roast Twins loved it. They both liked the British Office. And, boy, that could be a good tag for any, like a business. If I could get them
And
to
the
actually...
Roast Twins, yeah.
If they could actually like something, like one of our advertisers. And then our Dumb Zone Birthday of the Day, Ian McShane is 83.
From Deadwood and Game of Thrones?
I don't know if he was Game of Thrones, but he certainly was Hot Rod.
Oh, then I'm thinking of a different guy. Yeah.
But Deadwood...
No. Yeah.
He's
in Game of Thrones.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He was Swearingen in Deadwood. I don't know who he was in Game of Thrones, but he was Andy Samberg's dad in Hot Rod.
I forget about that one.
Kick his ass.
He's also,
You seen Hot Rod? Or no?
Yeah. Yeah, once.
He also kind of runs the hotel. John Wick. He's a big player in John Wick.
Never done a John Wick.
Buddy.
Oh, wait.
That's what happened.
That's too early.
What if I
forgot
could
Dead.
request that you do one of those movies with one or both of the twins? Because I bet you they like them.
I'll do John Wick.
The one in
You
Paris.
gonna challenge me to watch John Wick?
The one in Paris, the most recent one, it's.
Do you have to watch them in order?
You'll be really confused. I was going to make that joke and say, no, you don't need to, but I kind of feel like you need the origin story of John Wick.
All right.
I just don't know if you have to watch all of them after that.
Isn't that, what's his name?
Keanu?
Keanu? I'll do any Keanu Reeves movie.
Bobon's in the third one.
I'm a big fan. Born on this day, now dead, John Minnock. He was famous. I would see a picture of him every year. He was the world's heaviest man. 1,400 pounds. Married to a 110-pound woman. And they had 2 kids.
Good for them.
Died at the age of 42.
Can you just put him in goal or something?
Also born on this day, now dead, Cindy Morgan. She was Lacey Underall in Caddyshack.
Oh, wow.
And Jerry Lee Lewis. Who Jerry Jones had at his birthday party a few years ago. Like, I think the year that he died.
Like a couple weeks before he died.
I think that was an impersonator.
No, we do this every year.
And every year I'm right.
Every year you're wrong.
Dead on this day, still dead. You have Rudolph Diesel.
We'll see you next year, bro. Rudolph Diesel.
He clearly invented the
Reindeer.
the diesel engine.
Thanks.
So you can kind of get an idea of when he might have lived. It'd be pretty easy, right?
I can probably get a decent idea where, too.
Mobile.
No.
Nope.
German?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that where we're headed?
Well, probably, yeah. I guess so. He was born in 1913.
I thought you were about to basically tell me that diesel fuel was created for the sole purpose of fueling the Nazis.
Oh, I don't know.
Like a lot of things that were very effective were.
Okay, I don't know. But at least you could kind of get a time period on when he lived because there was not engines. How about this one, though?
Oh.
So a guy did not have he didn't name it after himself. He wasn't that narcissistic. Hans Lippershey invented the telescope. When do you think Hans Lippershey lived? He was alive for 48 years. Can you give me any year he was alive?
Because if you told me that we invented the telescope in the 16th century, I would say, yeah, I mean, that's how we were looking at space. But if you told me, and it was like a rudimentary one, but if you said it was like the 40s.
Give me 1550.
No, I'm going to take the other play. I'm going to go, I'm going to say he was alive in 1880.
1480.
Want to chime in there, Brandon?
Let's go 1600.
1619 is when he was born.
That was his project.
He was born in 1619.
To look at stars. That's
Galileo was using one.
Which, of course, he was around.
Oh, yeah. Of course we know when he was alive.
He was there for all of the happenings of that time.
Mm-hmm.
Doing things.
With his friend Newton.
That happened in
his friend Copernicus.
50.
Burned at the stake.
He lived in Rome or
part of the empire.
The church put him on a house arrest because he said, we rotate around the sun.
You got Charlie Horse.
Terrible.
He stays up late one night.
You need a banana or something, dude. Jeez.
Max
How did
is
that
getting
happen?
after you, huh?
And dead on the stay still dead, Greg Giraldo.
Oh, man.
And
I bet he would have some pretty hot
this day
MAGA
in
opinions
history.
these days, but man, I really loved that guy. Good roast comic.
Good roast comic. All right, closing remarks will clearly be brought to us by Qualis Roofing because that's who brought us Brandon Harrison, a listener who got himself a new roof. Doesn't even get to enjoy it.
No.
Sold the house. But probably real easy to sell after. Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
Yeah, it's the centerpiece of the whole marketing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then easily sold the house for way more than market value or asking price. So thank you to Qualis Roofing for doing this hookup because they have purchased you sitting in on the show. How was it?
It was awesome. Yeah. Got to see the whole process. I've been listening for some iteration of this for 25 years, so it was great.
Do you have some prepared remarks?
I do not. Jake and I were talking in the break, so I guess that was kind of where we were headed.
Well, first we want to make sure you did not, like you said, you don't have a notes page of things you want to get off your chest or comment on Blake's game day attire, anything?
No, everything kind of it fit how I pictured it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm meeting my hero. It's working out for me.
Well, so I just asked him, what do you do? And you can take it from there.
Oh, no. I started working in behavioral health. I'm in the sales side now. I've been doing that for 5 years now. I started very, very bottom at a rehab here in North Texas.
Can you just say what's behavioral health?
Behavioral health, like that encompasses mental health, addiction, all pretty much on the therapeutic side more than like the medication side.
So there's places like treatment centers that somebody has to sell that like to the public. But also things like the place where he works, there's like outpatient programs that you can do online. Like I did mine in person, but you can do like 3 nights a week for 3 hours. You're in a group. That's software, like that network. Somebody has to sell like that to people. So there's companies that work in this, whether it's therapy, treatment, whatever. And there's a business side to it.
Yeah, it's like IOPs, what Jake's briefly, like if you think it's like the starting of the continuum is just going to a therapist once a week. That's where most people start. The other end is inpatient treatment, like rehab, where you live somewhere else for 30, 45 days, whatever it is. IOPs are kind of in the middle. So a little more structure and support than seeing a therapist once a week. But
you got to piss.
Yeah.
What's IOP?
Intensive outpatient.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I do now. And I kind of found it was a weird way to this. Obviously, I was on my, not obviously, I don't know. I was on my own substance use journey.
It should be obvious because I was thinking about that over the weekend. And there was a guy that was a really nice guy who worked at my rehab. I think about this with like Ken Hitchcock. This dude you could tell he didn't have any problems. It's not those kind of problems. And I just didn't really have a whole lot of time for what he had to say.
Yeah, I wonder if that
I
bothers.
was like, can I bring back the lady who just told me she got out for 25 for meth and she was facing a mandatory, like, permanent paragraph charge or whatever they call it? I'll get her in here.
We got married in a Catholic church.
Yeah.
And to be like in the church physically, and to do that, you have to have marriage counseling with a priest.
Who?
I'm like, what is this guy telling me about how to be
Fat
married?
doctor.
How does he know?
So you at least had the credentials of your own journey.
Yeah, which helps. At the facility I worked at, it was about 50-50 people that had the lived experience versus the people.
I want to be clear. You can definitely do that job either way and be great at it. Just in the moment, I was like, I don't know.
No, but that's common. Like when, someone would be sitting at my desk, I did a couple things there and I'd say, hey, I'm an addict too. I've been through this, or I say, I know what you're going through. You could see them instantly just kind of relax. Like, okay, this guy gets it. He's speaking from at least a little.
No, he won't be as judgmental.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Exactly. So
like I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the field I'm in now. Prior to that, I was a police officer. But I was also a drug addict, so that was not a career enhancer, shockingly. So
help you get drugs though sometimes?
Not really. I mean, it did in a kind of a roundabout way. Like I was more of a prescription pill painkiller guy. That was my DOC, or drug of choice, as we say. And when you go to the doctor and you have a badge and you're a cop, they tend to give you the benefit of the doubt more often than just if I'm some dude that's been banging heroin for 6 years and coming in and asking for painkillers. So, it did help me in some ways, but the two lines I never crossed, which I'm shocked there were two, was I never used needles and I never stole anything like out of evidence. I don't know why those were the red lines in my head, but they were.
Everybody has them.
Yeah. And I mean, the needles thing is probably why I'm alive today, to be honest. But yeah, so.
Yeah, especially if like opioids are your thing.
Yeah.
Because you're not far from that at that point.
No, yeah, and by the end of when I got to my rehab, I was doing fentanyl patches. So I was about as far down the road as you can go and still be breathing. So it was.
How long were you a cop?
I was in law enforcement total for about 7 years.
Why did you not do needles? Was it just a fear of needles?
Well, okay, I'd like to say.
Like I feel like I might try heroin someday, but I could never put a needle in myself. So
yeah, I don't think so either.
That's what rules it out for me.
Everyone says that, and then usually it just becomes a cost efficiency thing. You get a little more bang for the buck.
And then it's great. Yeah. It's heroin.
Well, part of it was I don't like needles either, but also every time I get my blood drawn, they're like, you have really shitty veins. Like they're digging around in there trying to find it. So I was like, that's kind of a lost cause to begin with. So, but yeah, that was the only. I mean, all the other lines, unfortunately, I did cross. But
for instance,
using at work, definitely there was once, and I was in a real bad. I was usually in a bad spot for the last couple of years, but I was thinking about opioids is like heroin. You get very sick when you don't take them, like super super sick. And so I was at work and I was feeling a little itchy, and I'm like drug-addled, thinking if I go into the bathroom and they hear me snort really loudly, they'll know what's up. I'll get busted. But my sergeant was out on a call, so I went to his office, knew he wanted to get me back for a little bit, locked the door, did what I needed to do, got well, wiped off the desk really, really well, and at the time, like that didn't even really seem insane. That was just when you're
getting to the next point.
Exactly, you're living just maybe 8 hours in the future.
Yeah,
anything past 8 hours is a future problem that future you can deal with. But and it's funny, like I didn't realize I was insane until I was telling someone about it at rehab, and they're like, "Dude, that's crazy." And I was like, in hindsight, yeah, that was probably a poor decision.
So wipe off the debt. I thought you're talking pills and stuff.
I was snorting them, yeah.
If you're not gonna bang it, you're not gonna get a needle out. I mean, you can't just, from a cost standpoint, like he said, you can't just be eating pill. Like you need to get the most out of that. You're gonna need to snort it, or you're gonna need to shoot it.
So snorting it goes right to your bloodstream or something?
It's a little faster, yeah. And
it's faster than through orally.
Yeah, and my mom took a lot of Tylenol when she was pregnant, I think. So I'd researched the bioavailability factor for insulfation versus oral ingestion, and so
be a pro about it.
Yeah, no, I was the most spectrum
you're very good at
on
it.
the planet.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's crazy. And now this is
so that's not something. This is dumb guy drug question. You don't chop it up somewhere else and then have a bag of the chopped up ready for you. You go right into your boss's office, smash down a pill, and then
that might have
snort
been
it.
a better. I mean, pills. I think are just a little more portable. That way, I'm not carrying around a bag of just powder.
Okay, yeah.
With pills.
And then you wouldn't know how much either.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, this is one pill.
Yeah. So,
you ever talk to anybody you used to be on the force with? Like, do you know guys?
Did you get like kicked off and stuff?
No, it's a little bit of a confusing story. It was a.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your.
No, but not really to answer that one. But no, I was in. I was probably as bad as I was shape I could have been in, and I pretty much just no call, no showed, which they took as a constructive resignation, which. They were not sorry to see me go. They knew something was up with me. They just didn't know what.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the academy, I'd always been a great report writer. And all of a sudden my reports weren't even readable. Like they were just gibberish. And they're like, what the hell's going on with you? And I'd be sitting in a sergeant's office being like, oh, and just kind of shrug my shoulders.
So they have like a performance review every now and again or whatever?
Yeah. And I was doing okay. I was doing the bare minimum. And, I was doing, and kind of like in my personal life, I was married, I had my first wife at the time. I was doing just enough not to get yelled at, just enough to let me keep doing whatever it is I want to do on a different level than, maybe I am now. But, so but they knew something was up and they kind of just ushered me out the door. And in hindsight, that was one of the first dominoes to fall. I mean, to be a cop, it is kind of a long process. You got to I think there's when I tested, there was 160 and they hired 3 of us. So it was this long culmination. I thought I was going to do it for the rest of my life. And I was so that was probably the first domino to me really starting to get clean. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer for me to, figure that out, that I needed to, actually really do something. But
how did that happen?
It was a process.
Intervention?
Sort of. I remember, long story short, I couldn't kick the can down the road any longer, basically. My wife at the time, she's, a very smart lady. She's a doctor nurse, confusingly. And she was like yelling at me once, like she was often then, and saying, "This is why you won't go inpatient." And I'm like, "Fine, I'll go inpatient." So I got onto Google and I searched luxury rehabs in Texas, and I ended up at a place that I would not describe as luxury at all. But it was, and that was a process. Even I left there, I'm like, okay, I can't do painkillers anymore. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to withdraw. I get that, but I thought I could do other stuff, and then it took another couple years after that to realize, man, I can't do anything.
What does that mean? Like pot or just other stuff?
Probably booze first if you're coming from pills.
Yeah, booze was the main thing, and then I started realizing, there's a couple other performance enhancers out here I can take to drink even more. And so, then that I kind of,
you had to go back to rehab again.
I didn't actually. I got clean in the rooms that time. It was just going to meetings and doing it my own. Thankfully, I wasn't drinking enough to where I physically withdrew from it or anything like that. So I just, and it's been a slow process since then. It's been
So how many years since you were a cop?
It's been right at about 9 years.
Okay. So you say you've been listening to us in some way, shape, or form for over 20 years. So all through this thing, you're all effed up and you're listening to us.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
That's how we hooked him. How you hooked him.
Yeah.
Bad radio. He's like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Not really.
The gibberish. This matches the gibberish I just wrote this morning.
I felt seen finally.
He's out there doing the Bob thing. Bob's going on ride-alongs during that time period. This guy's out here policing the streets while also just faded out of his mind thinking about how life's weird, like Dan.
Yeah, no,
he's just running the bad radio gamut there.
I remember the first time Greg Williams announced his thing. I was at community college at the time, like, Vicodin, that'll never happen to me. And
what a loser.
Yeah.
Did you ever
good for you, dude.
Did you ever shoot your gun on the job?
I did not. No, I got close on a fireworks call once, but briefly. It was a fireworks call at a bunch of apartments in town, and it was 4th of July. We're going to fireworks calls all night, and
boy, that must suck.
God bless.
Like, do you ever get that night off? You're like, I don't want to work that day.
It was blocked off. We worked an alternating schedule, so occasionally we'd have it off, but I'd have it off. But
yeah.
So I go to the fireworks call. And it's like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I'm pulling up, and I was like, I see 2 people out there, and they should have seen me at that point, and they're not really reacting, which is weird when you're in a March squad car. And as I get out, I notice one has a gun to the head of the other. I'm like, oh shit! And so I, draw down on him real fast, and I start yelling, "Drop the gun!" And he didn't want to drop it. So I was at the point where I was starting to take the slack out of my trigger, which is about as close as I ever.
Were you alone?
Yeah, because it was a fireworks call. They didn't, and it actually hadn't even gone out over the radio. When we would see the calls pop up on our computers, you can dispatch yourself. So I just self-dispatched. So I got it. Thankfully, he dropped the gun and got them both proned out. And turns out the guy with the gun was confronting the guy shooting fireworks. He was very upset about that. But then the guy with the gun was also a felon, so he shouldn't have had a gun. And so the one guy got a couple tickets, and then he had me. He was like dry heaving. He was so upset because he thought he was going to die. And so he had me follow him back to his apartment and get all his fireworks. So I left the gun in this like giant moving box full of fireworks.
Dude, that's so like apologizing to God on mushrooms. Please, mister, please take my fireworks. Take them all. I'll never do it again. Because I just had a gun at my temple over some bottle rockets. Damn.
Yeah, so that was thankfully that was the only really close call I had with having to do that. But yeah.
Wow, man. That is a good bit.
Top,
that probably
top
is
three.
top 3. Yeah, that was not oversold.
Nice. It's been fun.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos. Now it's the time that we